Mama said I ain't right, got a bad streak a mile long. Oh, my soul is dark as night, what feels right is always wrong. Like a hard, hard rain. Ain't no hero, honey, no angel face. Oh, I ain't no saint. Oh, I'm cold as fate. I'm sharp as steel, I slice you through. Too enough to feel, too hard to prove. Oh, I ain't no saint.
Motherfuckers! Hey, wait a minute. There he is. What the? Is that a dildo taped to his face? He is literally a dickhead. So this is his punishment. It's been.
I guess we have to change your name. You're no longer Captain Dipshit. You're Captain.
Oh no,
Dick.
it's cock dick. That's what CD stands for. Cock dick.
Captain Dickhead.
I liked cock dick because it was really actually.
Cock dick.
Yeah. I love using the term cock. Like I have this thing at work, right? So here's you asked a little while ago, what we're gonna talk about, and like, oh, you know, we'll make fun of Mike here for every night. Showed up for a couple of weeks, and then we come on this screen, and he's got a dildo taped to his head, and I'm like, oh, by the way, I work at Walmart, and check this out. So we have this thing, right? And they do these training things, right? That they do on the computer, and one of them was talking about greetings, right? They give you examples of greetings. In it, they're like, and think of a way you'd like to be greeted and try using that. So I'm sitting next to this kid, and I look over to him, and then I had trained this kid too. His mother was a lawyer, and this is what he was doing. He liked using the term gaslighting a lot. But anyway, I looked to him, I'm like, I don't think they want me to do this, bro. He's like, why? I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I think I might like to hear, hey, man, nice cock. Like... And then I started on this whole rant about it when people are, and he's like, well, you know, I think I would too. I'm like, right? I mean, most dudes, you know, they grow up watching porn or like other shit. And like, when you watch porn, the dudes in there, like, their dicks are huge, right? Like, they're fucking massive. And, you know, you're looking down and you're like,
what went wrong?
Right. Like, they always talk about girls having an unhealthy, like, body image, looking at, you know, all these models in the magazines, they're all airbrushed and all this. Okay, but even they don't look like that. That's airbrushing. We're watching videos of dudes with 3-foot long dicks. Like, and we're like, huh. And that's exactly why your medications for erectile dysfunction, or you'll watch TV, and you might get, especially if you're watching TV, regular television late at night, you might get an ad for the penis enlargement pills.
Yeah, I'll tell you, at my work, we have the TV playing like 24/7, and you'll just randomly get these little, like, just straight up infomercials about dick pills.
Would you like your dick to be 3 inches bigger by tomorrow? Well, buy this pill. It won't work, but you can give us your money.
Oh.
So as I'm breaking this down, the kid next to me, he's like, you know, you're right. Oh my God, I never thought of that. Oh my God, you're right. I'm like, I know, people tell me this all the time. So I tell this to one of the managers. I am still employed, actually, because this was over a year ago. I tell this to one of the managers. He's like, Josh, you can't. And then I break into the whole thing. He's like, you know, you're right. Like, right? So now he and I greet each other with a, hey, man, nice cock, but we do it in a way that can't get us in trouble. We bring our hands down by our side, right? Stick it forward just a little bit and shake, like, cock level as a way of a greeting. Hey, man, nice cock.
That is beautiful.
Got a dude in the deli every time I see him. Like, that's where I work now. I recently transferred over there. Anytime he or I see each other, because I started doing it to him just to see his reaction, was, hey, man, how's the cock? So he'll do it to me, too. Like, we're walking right down. He don't care. Like, hey, how's the cock? I'm like, well, ask your mom.
Oh shit.
So now I'm curious if this dildo taped to the side of his head was why he was telling Chloe how long before we were going on the air. I'm wondering, did she come and tape him while we were in the green room, or did he tape himself?
I taped myself. When you started playing the intro, I grabbed a roll of tape and just started furiously going around my head with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
If you ask me, I think this is redemption for the last couple weeks.
I figured a literal cock on my face would be a good step in the right direction. So
Yeah,
here
but
we
that's
are.
not a literal cock. That's a rubber
I
cock.
mean, silicone maybe.
All right, to make this work right, we're gonna need to get a strap. Have Chloe come over, strap it over, and then she's got to like hit you in the face with it a couple times. Well, you
That
go.
is
Well, you is that what Friday night?
that's Sunday, the day we disrespect the Lord.
Okay. See, I disrespect the Lord every day of the week. But no, like just like give you a couple cock slaps. You know, I'd be like, "Thank you, Daddy. Can I have another? Thank you, Daddy.
That's
Can I have another?"
if this ever becomes a live thing where we're all in the same room, you can both do that to me at the same time. How does that sound?
Yes.
He wants to be Chinese finger cuffed by us.
2 daddies, 1 simp. Go hard.
It's kind
I mean, with the
it'd be great for the OnlyFans
it would be if I can ever like get that verification through.
or the hub.
Yeah, and they also want me to verify.
Oh well, fuck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe I'll just go to Motherless and start uploading us there.
xnxx.com. Let's go to Rumble.
We got options.
I promoted the podcast today to a couple people at work, customers, since I work in the deli now.
This is a great start for them. Hi guys.
I mean, I think the great start was when I sat there and like belittled them to their faces. That was probably a really good start.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I have a tendency to make fun of the customers to their face, and I do it while I'm smiling and laughing, and like
So they can't tell.
Yeah. Hey, look.
You slice their meat.
There you go. See, I provide all sorts of useful services with meat to people.
Oh. You slice it, you beat it.
Which will bring into this. All right, funny antidote from work, if you will, or anecdote. Yeah, anecdote from work.
Antidote.
So I got this guy at work I fuck with all the time, like going all the way back to a couple years ago when I first started there. I was in the mood for fried chicken, so I walked up because he's in the deli. I'm like, "Got any fried chicken?" He's like, "No, we don't have any fried chicken." I'm like, "What's that?" And I'm looking around to other people trying to make the biggest scene possible. I'm like, "Did you just tell me that you don't have any fried chicken and that I should just go get some watermelon and grape drink for my ethnic family? Is that what you just told me?" A new girl started like 2 weeks later, and I was telling her that he's racist. He told me this, and she went and put a report in on him.
No. Oh shit.
Yeah. But today was we're back there. I was trying. He's a big Philadelphia Eagles fan, right?
Oh. Okay.
I've had to hear his mouth all season long about, "Oh, fly Eagles fly, fly Eagles fly." And I'm like, Tony. I mean, his name's not Tony. Yeah.
His name's Brad.
Yeah, but I'm gonna call him Tony for this to protect his identity.
Yeah.
His name isn't actually Brad either. It's something else.
His name's Brad.
Tony
Pitt.
Brad.
Brad Pitt.
Tony
Brad Tony Pitt.
Yeah.
Brad Tony Pitt. Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clooney. And so he's back there, and he's going on. Oh, it's gonna be this one. You want to bet on it? Well, no. I'm like, well, you're not that confident about this, are you? Finally, I get him into this because I make fun of him all the time. I fuck with him all the time. Like it's fun for me. He seems like he can take it. Like if he can't, the worst that happens is he commits suicide, and it's whatever. I'm kidding, Tony. If you actually listen to this, not that that's his name, but he'll know I'm talking
He's not
about.
kidding. He's totally serious.
Yeah. But so I
We don't
looked at
joke here. This is a very serious podcast.
like the whole thing would be all around in general funny, like funnier if you were to meet him, right? Because there's a lot of stuff. I think he's a very tall guy. He's a bit heavier. He's got a issue with his ankles, so like his feet kind of turn in. And this isn't just these just factual things, right? Um, and so it's some sort of like bone issue, I think. He's got special shoes he's waiting to get in the mail for to help correct him. But so like life's already beat him down. So I figure, what the hell? It can't hurt if I throw a little at him, right? And we're sitting there, and the one guy, we'll call him Rob. Okay, we'll call him Rob. My wife, I refer to him as the human football helmet because of his shape. He's got just like he's big torsoed, right? And then like everything else is kind of normal. So he kind of has this like football helmet shape. American football, not to confuse you over there. And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna be 30 this year." And I'm like, yeah. And the one girl over on the side talks to the other guy who we're gonna call Tony again, okay? And because that's not his name.
Yeah, Tony.
No, it's not Tony. And she's like, "Oh, Tony, being like 33." He's like, "Oh, I know. At least I'm as old as Josh." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be 38, but I mean, at least I get to go home and stick my dick in a big-titted Mexican, and you have what, a crusty tube sock?" We're all standing behind the deli counter at this point. Like he thought he was gonna like get a joke on me, and there's 3 other people besides me and him back there. Okay, and as soon as the words "crusty tube sock" come out, literally everybody's dying. Everybody's dying. Like it's a combination of, did he just say that? And like, oh shit.
Oh god.
But the Super Bowl thing, I have a bet with him. I pushed him into the bet. After this,
when is the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl Sunday, this Sunday. So
Okay.
Monday for you. Yep, and it's the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Right? I hate the Chiefs. They knocked my football team out last year.
Well, then I love the Chiefs.
But
Go Chiefs.
Tony's an Eagles fan, and I've been hearing about the Eagles all fucking like year long from him. So I want to see them lose. So I made a bet with him. Right? I offered him money to make a bet with money. He didn't want to bet money. I'm like, how about I put up money, and if you lose, like you just have to tell people that you're my bitch. I think, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm like, well, how about this, Tony? How about this? If the Eagles win for a full week, I can't make fun of you. I don't think Mike Tyson's in either team, honestly. But so we make the agreement. If a full week goes by, a full week would go by where I can't make fun of him. But here's the important part. If the Eagles lose, then I got it down to 2 weeks instead of 2 days instead of a week for them. For 2 days of my choosing, starting with Tuesday when him and I are both there, should the Chiefs beat the Eagles, anytime I point to somebody, hey, Tony, you got to tell them. He has to tell them, I'm Josh's bitch. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Beautiful.
And I plan to make him do it to the store manager.
No, you're getting fired. That's cool. And I look forward to next week hearing about how you're on the unemployment line.
He comes in and like, hey guys, good news. We're gonna have a regular. We're gonna be on. We're gonna be able to set up regular scheduling here very soon. I got plenty of time.
Yeah, man. We're gonna be able to. This is gonna be more regular than
We're going
gay
every
man's
day.
bowel movements. Let's see. I figured Dipshit over here would hop all over the gay man's bowel movements thing. Like,
I'm very tolerant of the gays.
says the guy who was
The
hoping
homosexuals.
that Saudi Arabia would buy WWE so that you could have a year-long storyline building up to
Well,
WrestleMania.
I
Then
mean,
let the
Saudi
Prince
Arabia have their own long list of human rights issues. I feel like I can take the piss out of them without having to explain that too much.
I mean, I suppose.
He also has a big pink dick on his cheek, so
I do. Stroke it.
It's not that big though.
I mean, it's feasible.
It's the length of my face.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. Since big dicks were involved,
Oh, that Dragon Ball Z picture in the back's cool.
where?
What?
Was that Dragon Ball Z behind your head?
That?
Oh yeah, oh it's Naruto.
Ah, it's
Yeah.
Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
kind of like
almost
this
liked you.
random Sakura shot glass. She's not good for much, but she'll hold your alcohol.
There you go.
I've never seen Naruto.
I didn't until last year.
Is it worth?
I enjoyed watching it.
It's
It's
enjoyable.
got its moments. Yeah,
It's what? Sorry.
it's got its moments. It's got a lot of filler. Like there's
Yeah.
literally multiple seasons of filler.
Yeah, part 2 specific, like the first part of it is not as filler heavy. Part 2 though is filler overload.
Naruto, not Shippuden, Naruto. Over half the 9 seasons it has.
Oh,
Are
personal
filler.
use. 100% Craven. This is personal use. This is mine. I did not buy this specifically for the podcast. I just had it laying around, and I thought I'd use it in a way that I haven't before.
Normally he uses it to stretch his nostrils.
No, I shove it up my ass.
At least he's honest.
100%. I slam it in there. I love it.
See, I'm more of a beer bottle guy.
Oh.
Old school.
I want that feeling of danger.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some.
One guy, one jar. Oh, no.
Apparently, that was actually a video around the same time as Two Girls, One Cup, as it was a guy trying to get a beer bottle in his ass.
Yeah,
And the
one
beer
guy,
bottle-
one jar. You've never seen it?
Yeah, it
You've
was
never seen
No.
one guy, one jar?
It
No,
was like
no.
a mason jar, wasn't it?
Oh, he is silent the whole way through. I don't know how. He's digging clumps of glass and blood out of his asshole on camera, and it's just
It's the
I
most
have a
it's a
feeling.
masterpiece.
I have a feeling within the next 24 hours, I'm going to have a link to it in Messenger.
I'll find it now. I'll send it to you on.
Yeah, see, I knew it. He'll be like, here, check this shit out.
You get on the old Google machine.
Did he call it the old Google machine? He did, didn't he? The old Google machine.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
Yeah, AB, your hair looks different today.
Looks different every time.
Oh, okay. It was the angle.
I just brushed it back.
Well, see, Dipshit here hasn't seen this yet, but I actually changed my hair recently. Last week, I shaved the whole back of it and the bottom of it, but I still kept the ponytail.
Mm.
And I still don't have any up here, so like I have this little bit of hair right here in a ponytail. It's totally sexy.
I feel like the wrong person has the pedo tag here. That's revolting. Don't ever show me that.
Abraham Lincoln. Hello, can't be pedo.
Bro, I think you look more like Roadkill.
I mean, either way, Dominic Mysterio.
Dom versus Roadkill. I win.
Nah, man, Roadkill's got that.
Bro. I've done hard time.
Hard time. I love his character with it. It's so good. He plays it so well.
You know, I just finally saw the promo work between Judgment Day and Edge. I think it was Edge, Monday night,
Yeah.
and the week previous with them and Cody.
Uh-huh.
And did I not make a semi similar prediction here about how great it would be if, say, Cody wins the title And then like the next night when he's out there talking, celebrating the outcomes, and he was like, "Oh, you don't know about hard times, essay.
Yeah, I love it.
I know hard times.
Yeah.
I've been in the slammer homes."
Whoa, it's
That'd
great.
be fantastic.
Yeah,
Ooh,
they
on
definitely
that
need.
subject, what do you think you're gonna do with the Jimmy J, Sammy Roman whole like thing there? Do you think they're
Um,
going the obvious route, or do you think they're taking my idea?
Summarize your idea again.
My idea after the Raw 30th was that Jay and Sammy actually team up and are against Jimmy and Solo to determine who the tag champions are because Sammy and Jay won them together from them.
See, I would like to see that because I don't want to. I feel like Jay going back heel almost feels like it's going backwards, doesn't it? Like I feel like it would be better if what the fuck did Craven do? Oh no!
I'm sorry, you were talking, but then I was I was glancing over this while listening to you, but then I got really invested in this, and
Yeah,
your voice I
this
just didn't hear
is
anymore.
straight up. This is someone we need to get on the show sometime.
Hell,
This is
throw him in now.
a really good friend of mine.
Well, yeah, shoot him the link. Tell him to hop on.
And if he wants to come on, I'll send it to him. I don't know if he's busy or anything, or if he's just only got time to listen.
Just to make sure he knows.
Oh, I found the video.
Just make sure the only dick
I'll
on
send it to
screen
you.
is the one attached to Kiwi's head.
No, bring your own dildos. We encourage bringing your own, or at least I do. Fuck these other two.
Okay, as long as the dicks on screen are either just me or the or dildos.
Yeah.
He says no, he doesn't like you anymore, but he is potentially interested in your sister. Or did I misread that?
You know.
Maybe I was projecting. Speaking of, how is your sister?
Sorry, but
I'm sorry
This
too.
reminds me of something.
My gummy kicked in,
So,
and you know.
oh, I don't know if I want to tell that story or not.
Holy shit, we're up to 4 viewers.
Yay!
We're like triple the amount from last time.
Oh, there it
I
is.
might die in celebration.
Yeah.
And my phone just dunged, which tells me that I probably have one guy, one jar in
You
my.
do. You do. I do too, apparently. What a fucking start, bro.
Oh, guys, when we get off the air, remind me to look into Amaranth. If I'm not mistaken, she's the one that got pulled off Twitch for being too sexual.
I think she has a couple. She always comes back.
Just so I can find out the loopholes on what isn't acceptable. Just so I make sure we don't get in trouble for dildo over here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, we should be fine. It's not an actual penis.
Yeah, fair.
It's a sculpture.
Yeah, it's art. It's fine art.
Do you think he realizes we can't hear him again?
Oh my god.
How about now?
Yes. Dude, is that the problem? Is there just a switch behind your ear you have to turn on for
Yes,
us to hear you?
that is exactly the problem, and I never fucking remember which one is on and which way is off.
Was that the problem the first time too?
Today, no, I had the wrong mic running through to the side.
Oh, okay. Well, I meant the very first time when things like you sometimes first you could hear and sound wouldn't come through, and then sound would come through and you couldn't hear.
No, I think that was just an old computer. I've chucked an Ethernet cable into it, and now we're running fine. So
you're saying it's Chloe's fault?
Well, my computer completely shed itself 3 days before the first episode, so
I remember that. So it's Chloe's fault. Her computer just couldn't handle it.
sure.
No, we'll go with that.
See, I would have trusted your computer because I mean, your computer's been through enough porn that I know it could probably handle just about anything.
I use my phone for porn, man. I'm not gonna drag my laptop into the bathroom when I have a shower.
Why are you gonna get in do it in the shower?
You don't jerk off in the shower?
No, why would I do that?
Well, it's easy cleanup. You just blow straight down the drain. And then you have a
This is
shower, you
everything
get
about-
up, clean, refreshed.
Why bother cleaning up? I want to look at my trophies.
No, those are your kids, and we don't call them trophies.
Okay,
We call
those
them
are
receipts.
no, those are sex trophies. Trophies, like I want to look at where my mess went. You know, sometimes it ends up on the other side of the room. Sometimes it's on the ceiling. I just
Pray you
leave it
never go
there.
to prison. Oh my god. You walk into your cell and Josh is just there beating it fucking furiously.
It's like that one episode of South Park where there's no more internet.
Well, then
Except
I
one
tell
leg.
them that my foot was not my lover. It's just a foot, and that the kid is not my son.
You can't prove it.
Also, it wasn't me.
Shaggy.
I like how I do. It wasn't me, and AB over here is like imagine I tongue punching some fart box over there. He's watching the mason jar video, isn't he? That's what it is. That's what's got him going. No, it has a foot
That's
face. So basically, what boils down to this, back to a previous conversation, Tony gets the AB treatment at work, but only from me and only every 5 seconds.
So pretty much just the me treatment because you're probably the only person who puts me through this hell.
Oh, well, that makes me feel special.
Yeah.
Well, I got it.
Oh,
Okay.
Phil Marshall, why'd you bring that up? Nice pony. Would be a shame if someone jarred it. What, and stick it on a radiator, perhaps? You sick man. You guys know about the Rainbow Dash jar?
No.
No, and I don't know.
Oh, someone jizzed in it. Put a Rainbow Dash figure in a jar, and every time they jerked off, they jizzed in it, and they were hiding it behind something, but it happened to be on top of a radiator, so they were slowly boiling this Rainbow Dash figure in a jar of their own jizz.
That is
That
hot.
is fucking revolting, man.
That is
The internet
hot.
is a fucked place.
Dude, I just got hard.
How do you not know about these things? He's out. He's done. The Rainbow Dash jar was too far.
He's gonna go get a Pinkie Pie one, and start his own jar.
Hi. How you feeling?
I like how he licks his lips first after we're talking about jars of jizz. He's like,
Jesus. No, I've just got fucking dry mouth.
sure. Sometimes that happens. Maybe you should try drinking a jar of jizz.
No, that's not my thing, dog.
Was it right? Was
Funny
it
for you.
was it gonna be Pinkie Pie?
What is a brony bonsai treat? I'm on Google now. I will find it.
No thanks.
Yeah,
pal.
him and his Google machine.
No, I'm good. You have all fun to yourself, dog.
So what I'm learning is I need to befriend Phil Marshall, and
Is
He'd
he
be
the guy that
something
got
good
a
to
new
have
liver last year?
He's another one who'd probably be fun to have on sometime. You can get into some real shenanigans.
Brony bonsai tree.
I can't believe we're sitting here. Well, he's sitting here Googling brony bonsai tree. What the fuck is life?
I had to respond to text messages from my landlord about a water pressure issue. Yeah. Oh, hey, Lenore, I forgot about her. Hey, Lenore, you want to come on and show us your nipple this week? Am I be
Can't find anything.
am I just getting too overt about it now? Do I need do I need to be more subtle?
I don't know.
I mean, considering the time of night, I bet you she's sitting there without a bra on. That's not a no. Yeah, so we have a dipshit with a dildo taped to his face.
I keep forgetting it's there. Actually, it's quite comfortable.
Comfortable. It's comfortable.
Oh, absolutely. That was a bad choice of words.
No, I disagree. It was a great choice of words.
uh, I thought she said I got nothing on, and then it was said to do. So I was gonna be like, hey, you want to come on? And then I realized she said to do, and oh, maybe that was directed to dipshit. She got nothing to do. He's got a dildo on his face. It's a match made in heaven. No, am I not reading the room right? Like, look, okay, I'm funny AF over here. Like, I don't get it. Why is it so quiet? Funny AF, okay? Motherfucking funny AF.
I'm just
Oh,
laughing his
hey,
reaction.
look. Phil's not wearing a bra.
Hey, there you go.
AB,
No,
are you wearing a bra?
That's where the money is.
AB, you wearing a
What?
bra? You wearing a bra?
No.
Huh? You wearing a bra?
I'm gonna wear a bra one day. Maybe that'll be my thing next week. I'll wear
Okay.
a bra and only a bra.
On
Nothing else.
a similar subject, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I legitimately want to buy myself a skirt.
I could see it.
So here's the reason, okay? I got up one night, right? Now I'm, balls in the air asleep, right? And I gotta walk to the house, and I have mostly girls that live here, right? So I gotta cover my shit, okay? I don't want to explain to a kid why that snake has one eye. Like, it's they probably already know, they're 10, but like, still, I don't want to be involved in this conversation, right? So I go to
I
grab
don't
what
want
I
to be
think.
involved in this conversation.
I go to grab what I think are a black pair of my shorts, right? And I pull them on, and I'm like, these are really loose. I look down, and it was one of my wife's like skirts, and I'm like, wiggling around a little. You can't see it because it's below. Like, I'm wiggling my hips back and forth because that's what I was doing. I'm like, plenty of free range ballroom. This is nice. This is nice. I mean, I've always wanted a kilt. I mean, it's kind of. I want a skirt now. Just for around the house. Like, forget a bathrobe, right? Like, I'm shirtless all the fucking time. I don't give a damn about a bathrobe. I just got to cover the balls, right? The cock and balls. They can't be floating around the house. That's apparently inappropriate. Apparently, I don't like it when you answer your door with like that either.
I mean,
Can we make it a kilt?
I could see you with a skirt or a kilt or something. I could totally.
I'll just call it a kilt. I mean, what the fuck's the difference?
Yeah, like, I can see, I can picture it perfectly.
Ooh,
That would be a perfect fit for you. Yeah.
I got it. We'll call it the loose fit pair of shorts.
Super loose fit.
Super loose fit.
Yep.
If I was Dan Ness and his girlfriend that looks like they might have a pipe with something that rhymes with Beth in it, I might say that I lost track of where I was going.
Yeah, where were you going, bro?
Where did I come from?
Where did
um
Why are you opening the door, asshole, first?
Wait, who's opening their door, asshole, first?
Phil Marshall, Mormons don't like it when you answer the door with a vibrating love egg in your ring piece. Why are you opening the door ring piece first for them to be able to see that? And how quickly are you turning around to show them that after you open the door?
Oh,
Logistically, that is a hard way to open the door.
effort, dedication.
What the fuck? What?
Bash.
This is why I didn't show up for 2 weeks, guys. It's important for them to know. Okay.
Yes. For those coming in late, CD here, which stands for Captain Dipshit, who, if you notice below, says actually showed up. Unless you're listening to this tomorrow or to you today, or even Captain Dipshit today, because he's on Thursday and we're on Wednesday. There's a lot to do there. But if you're listening at another point on Spotify or Samsung Podcast or Apple Podcast or Google Podcast or Less.fm or any of the thousands, millions, and millions of people watching at home, sorry, that was something else.
The
If you're
tens of
listening
people watching around the world.
right now in Belgium,
Belgium. Hi, Belgium. We love you, Belgium. You're our favorite country, Belgium.
you're my favorite waffle.
They
Those who
have
can't
waffles
tell,
in Belgium?
Belgium
They have
waffle.
chocolate, don't they? Do they have good chocolate?
Have you never heard of a Belgium waffle?
I have, actually, now that you say that.
Okay. So, for those who can't see because you're listening and or potentially blind, so you wouldn't have been able to see anyway, CD here, our friend with the accent, has a pink, approximately, I'm going to say 6 to 7 inch dildo taped to the side of his head. Now, this could be a bigger dildo. I'm not sure how large his head is.
It's roughly the length of my face, though.
Yeah, but I'm
mean,
not sure how large your head is. Like, you could have a fucking ginormous head that we just can't tell because, or maybe you have a tiny, like, Rey Mysterio size head over there, and that's really only a 3 inch dildo, and it looks huge because it's next to your face.
Yeah.
Like, maybe this is like Deadpool using his,
Well, use contextual
little
clues.
hand.
I've got a headset on. I mean, they don't make those little, do they?
I mean, they make them for children.
They do.
Yeah. So I mean,
And I literally work with a girl who,
I'm
by the
cool.
way, I'm going to share it through the Shooting the Shit page later too, is accepting votes for her placement in potentially cover girl for Inked magazine. Her name is Lindsay. I'll share that to the page later. I shared it to my private page yesterday. She wears clothes that like a child could fit because she's like barely 5 foot, and she probably weighs 6 pounds. And you know, putting her head next to a dildo taped to the side of it could be something completely different. She found us, or did you send her?
Vo-
I hadn't gotten that far yet. I was busy enjoying this and
Just
losing
wanted,
track.
just wanted to mention Blair over here, Mr. Lemonade Man over here, to get the link.
And losing my train of thought on a regular basis. I blame it on the cookies and cream that Captain Dipshit enforced me to smoke on air.
I encourage any and all drug use at all times,
Phil. Hold on, Phil. I got something for you, buddy.
including meth and heroin. Go for it. Fucking full send.
There you go, Phil. Enjoy that. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I had to make sure she had a headline title too.
Oh wow.
All right. What? Okay. This is. I think it's like I thought I handle crazier stuff, but yeah. At least it's not what Zolzabar does with a dildo.
I mean, you don't know what Dipshit might do with that dildo.
No,
You have no idea the things
Zolzabar
like that.
has. Zolzabar has.
Well, we know some of them because you told us that you like to slam it straight into your asshole.
Yeah. So
This is the thing, though, Zolzabar has a dildo covered with nails.
oh.
He calls it Satan's cock.
So
Yeah.
his
Do
answer.
you have it available? Can you go get it? I want to see it. I showed you mine. Show me yours. I showed you mine.
He's probably have to send you a link because it's somebody else's.
Yeah,
It's part of their EFED personality character thing.
Oh, Aphid?
Zanzibar,
Okay.
yeah.
I've been out of that circle for a good year at least now. I have no idea what's going on there these days.
probably for the best.
I was out for a while, and they pulled me back in.
Same. I had
What did it was the XWE show, doing Dusty Love, Front Door Man. Yeah.
And I got blocked by
And
David
on
Jones
later
because I
on,
said hello to him too many
my
times.
faction in XWE is gonna feud with Blair's faction somewhere down in the line, so that's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be fun. I've got plenty of time to commit to that now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
I mean, don't speak too soon. I may just like assign you a job on shooting the shite through the week if you're not doing the IW. You got to keep you busy.
Wait, what was that?
I must like okay, AB. Here's the deal. Now instead of cutting promos for IW, you need to cut promos for shooting the shite. And here's the information. I want 2 a week, just like if you were in IW cutting IW promos. Now that you're not there, hello. I have a whole fund set up for everyone involved in this. That should any money get through, it's split to everybody. So I mean, if you want to get paid, you got to do some work.
Maybe. Well, I've got a whole bunch of like random characters and shit I can bring out and just do random shit for the page. And
I mean,
just, like,
feel free to.
like
feel-
you know, I could maybe twist some Blair shit into a promotional video for the show. I could bring Tyrion out. I got Fuego, Cash McGrath, fucking I don't know. I've got a lot of different characters I can use.
If you're using this dildo in your urethra play,
Holy
That's
shit!
hot.
I want to watch.
That's
I want to see that happen.
I'm cautiously
hot. Sorry.
What if Mela did a video for this?
Don't forget to watch Shooting the Shit because we have a blank space in the comment section, and we'd like to write your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't forget, in the process, we haven't touched on this yet this week, and it's a perfect thing to touch on throughout all promotional work. Is the number of many reasons. Like maybe we should make a Jericho style list here, like a number of move things, of why we're better than Markiplier.
Yeah. I mean, we got to bring that up at least once or twice a week.
For one, we're all white. I mean, right. The opposite of left. I know how that sounded, right? Right. Sorry, it's the cookies and cream. He is Asian, right?
I think so.
Korean.
Yeah, his mom is Korean.
Sidebar here. Guys, don't pay attention for a moment. Does Korean count as white?
I think he's white, so he's like kind of half and half.
I don't know. I'm not up to date on my white power, white nationalist stuff. They kicked me out. They kicked me out when I married a Mexican.
Hard times. That's tough. Buddy.
Yeah, you don't know hard times like I do, SA. Okay.
Okay, Dominic Mysterio.
Let me tell you.
Take on the role. You want to take on the role?
Let me tell you this, Holmes. Okay, I became Mexican by marriage. Okay, because when I married that hot little Latina mama, right, and I made them babies with her that were all like, "Oh, we're not white, but we're not brown. We're kind of in the middle, talking about caramel," right? When that happened, see, all the white people that they were like, "No, man, you're not white no more. You're not Caucasian. You're just a cock," like what's taped to his head, and so I had to become something else, and now I am Mexican by marriage. You may remember this if you recall the Tupac E character, right? Mm-hmm. Tupac E. He Mexican by marriage. That became a thing. So I don't know about white people stuff, but you're from Kentucky, so you might be able to help me.
Mm,
I'm pretty sure you have a very large white population there. Probably they're all related to one another, but
majority, more than likely. You know, it's funny. Everyone thinks people around here think one of two things: either I'm not really from Kentucky, or that I'm related to somebody else around here, which I'm not because we're not from this particular area.
see, the facial hair is the only reason I believe you're from Kentucky.
It'll come in about another 20 years.
I don't know. I don't think Kid Rock's has come in yet. And he's a lot older than you.
Not like there's this weird thing with like every guy on like my dad's side of the family is that they don't fucking start growing anything seriously till they're like in their fucking 40s. My dad was like this
Does that
for most of his
include
fucking
wood?
life, and then all of a sudden he hit 45 and he's a fucking mountain man.
Does that include wood? You did say mountain man. Shit, I just dropped my
I
joint.
mean,
Like, do the men in your family not get wood until 42? Can they grow
well,
a boner before then?
I mean, there's a lot of people in this fucking family, so I would assume wood is probably not as much of an issue.
Okay, but what about boners?
I rest my case.
Okay. What about dildos?
Now that is, I can't speak for that one.
It really is just still sitting here 46 minutes later with a dildo taped to his
And-
face.
Yeah, I like that's dedication.
And somehow
Very
you still ended up
dedication.
under the shit logo.
Well, son of a bitch.
You know what? You know, AB, I'm gonna do something for you. Okay? I'm gonna do something very special for you. I am going to get my mathematical calculations down as necessary. Okay? And I'm going to arrange it so that I have a different style overlay I can put over these. When there's 4 screens, everybody will have a turd in their corner. When there's 3, everybody will have a turd in their corner. Okay? I'm willing to do this for you.
It's like I think if there's anyone who should have the turd, it should be the guy with shit in his name.
But Brooke's not a guy. And I'm not sure what part of Brooke has shit involved.
She's very quiet this week. I watched your episode from last week. Is this the girl that was on last week?
Yes.
I am.
She's a lot quieter this week.
I am.
I think she's intimidated by your big dildo.
Yeah, it's the dildo. It's throwing her off.
It's the dildo that's doing it.
Probably.
That or it's just been multiple weeks of sexual harassment from me, and she's just like, man, I should probably just not say
She's
anything.
thinking about all the ways she can eliminate you.
She's building a case.
Yeah.
She's gonna turn.
You will be canceled by summer.
I'm okay.
It
with
is
that.
summer.
Not where we are.
It's summer.
not-
It's summer right now. The sun
Might be
outside.
summer in New Zealand, but it's not summer around here.
I wish
It's
it was.
summer.
Wait, it's summer there right now.
Yes.
I'm moving.
Yeah. Winter for us is their summertime, and summer for us is their wintertime. I learned this about 4 years ago, for reasons that if you know, you know.
I
Yeah.
remember that from my year during Girl Scouts. Ugh.
I don't know exactly what Brooke just said, but I heard something about she remembers doing something in Girl Scouts, and at the
I
time I'm
remember
looking at
learning
you.
about New Zealand and Australia for a Girl Scout
Okay.
badge.
See, as you were saying, I when I caught in Girl Scouts, I'm sitting here looking at the dildo, and I'm sure you can figure out where my brain made a connection.
And all of a sudden, you deserve the pedo tag. What the
Yeah.
fuck was that?
Hey! She's probably older than you are.
Matt Epplin says Australia is not real. I agree. It's a hoax.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, the other
I've
New
personally
Zealander.
never been there. How can you can't prove to me it's real?
This is
Hello,
my
Lenore.
first
Oh,
ever.
Hi, Phil.
How's it going?
Oh, that voice is velvet. Talk more.
Oh yeah, love it.
Hello,
Say
my
more
name's
words.
Phil. I'm from EFED After Dark and Dank After Dark. I make dick jokes. How are you,
That
gentlemen?
is beautiful.
Hey,
Not a
perfect.
problem. Nice
I got-
dildo gives me something to hang on to.
Yeah.
How is everyone today?
We are fucking peachy, my dude.
Ah,
we are
yes.
getting there. We are definitely getting there.
Yes. I can't believe you guys never heard about the brony jar. That thing's so much fun.
No.
What is the Brody bonsai tree?
Well, I was essentially saying the brony bonsai tree. Essentially, if you're coming into that and you keep it in a jar, it can grow into a little bonsai tree that you can cut. It's a jizz tree.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Does jizz provide the necessary nutrients to nourish a plant into
Jizz
a
makes
bonsai tree?
life.
Well, gentlemen, if you're like me, you have an inquisitive mind, and there's only one way to find out. Does anyone have a jar?
Oh fuck! I could listen to you talk for days.
Oh, God dang it, Blair.
I am not surprised. You know,
Yeah.
AB, that doesn't help you being the butt of the jokes when you're the one that pulls up
You
the
know,
jar.
Sitting
That
there with a
he's
dick
going-
on your
He's
face.
going to suggest that somebody
the-
jizzed into.
Yeah.
Hey, fucking.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, find a jar.
Oh
Get
my
him.
god. Were you
Jokes
really
that-
going to get a PewDiePie to put in not PewDiePie, whatever. The other the pony.
Markiplier,
in the jar?
Belle Delphine.
I mean
Velvet.
Cutie Pie. That's the pony.
Just wondering if there's Dildo Man bathwater coming out.
There should be.
Do you guys want to talk about the thing that CD brought up a couple weeks ago as a potential contest for the podcast?
Oh, I'm kind of interested now. What's the contest?
Okay.
Tell me, you
Phil.
haven't- tell me you haven't forgotten.
Phil, what's the name of this podcast right now?
Well, I believe it's called Shooting the Shit or Shooting the Shite, depending on your
correct.
interpretation.
That is correct.
Fuck! I love your voice. My God.
I think he's about to pull the dildo off his face and go to
If
add.
I was a woman, I would be so fucking wet right now.
I mean, I am kind of. I mean,
Well, no,
I
it's
kinda-
fine.
I kind
In
of want to.
EFED, I am fuck man, so you know.
Yes.
I kind of feel like we need him to
Go,
narrate
there's
the
the
opening
reminder.
for the podcast now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Shooting the Shite. Season insert number here. Episode insert number here.
Oh my God! Oof! I had no oxygen for a moment. It's okay. I was just potentially dying.
No, don't worry. I'm just here to test gag reflexes.
I think I just tested mine, and I would make a horrible prostitute.
Fantastic.
He likes
Oh my God!
Go on. Two. Who's next?
I don't have one. I still have ribs, so I can't reach. If I did,
I've been on here for like 5 minutes, and I have a man deep throating a dildo.
He's going again.
It actually went fucking so much further than I thought it would.
Now, that's a good boy. Now after you swallow, look up at me and tell me it was a lovely tea party.
It was a lovely tea party. Thank you, Daddy.
You're
Oh,
the first person to call me daddy today.
Sorry. I will mind my P's and Q's. Please let me know when I can call you Daddy.
Oh, whenever you like. I'm absolutely fine with it. Just, funnily enough, I was on a phone call earlier, and I got, oh, it's Daddy Phil. Certainly is.
Oh God.
I mean, I might as well leave it up there. It's been there the whole episode.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why break the habit of a lifetime?
and for
It's
those
really
who are
wet now,
listening-
actually. I should have dried that off first.
for those who are listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Samsung Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any other potential list, we really should have Phil saying this part. What he means is he just put it back up his ass live on screen. You can't see this, but if you go to YouTube, you can find the video. All right. You're probably gonna have to watch the whole thing to get to the point, though, because the timing is a little different than the podcast. It really isn't. Don't tell them that. So,
Yeah,
like,
but if you listen closely enough, you can probably hear the chair squeaking.
Yeah, fair enough. So I was going back on the channel archives. We don't have much on the channel,
No.
but I saw like the earliest upload was the karaoke show,
Yeah.
and I watched a little bit of that. And first off, it was a fucking shit show.
It really was.
But
I love a good car crash.
the British B show was the previous week. Where is that show?
It's in the under the live videos.
Oh, it's under the lives? Okay, because I couldn't find it. Oh man, I am so I kind of want to go back and watch that.
See, the only reason I uploaded the karaoke edition was so that we had an upload for anyone who was coming to the channel while promoting the second season.
Oh, yeah, what a great way to break the ice with fucking Gary Kirk.
Definitely one of the things we do for all the shows on After Dark, like Dank or E-Fed on the Saturdays, is we tend to I just tend to chop the countdown off just straight into the title. I'll download it and then I'll re-upload it to somewhere like Odyssey or Rumble, so you have a secondary. So Odyssey's a good one. Rumble's great because you can put on advertisements on there. Odyssey, you can get paid in cryptocurrency. So there's multiple options. YouTube is not your friend. And as I like to say on Dank After Dark, Sue from YouTube is a cunt.
Who is Sue from YouTube?
You know, the big ugly bitch who runs it now.
Yes, Susan Wojcicki or something.
Yeah, she's a Puritan. You know, that's the thing, because we got one of our episodes taken down from YouTube just because it happened to have some male anus in there. It was censored as well. We were watching, essentially, we were watching Japanese men singing karaoke while getting jerked off, and they thought that was too bad. Oh, you've never watched Dank After Dark? I think you'll enjoy it. We've got a segment we do once a season called Pedogeddon, where we laugh at the funniest pedophiles.
There are. So have you seen the TikTok channels? Like just devoted to driving around and finding pedos.
Oh yeah, we found some great ones. I mean, one of the guys who comes on there, he found one of a paedophile dressed as a clown, and that was quite fun. No, not that one. He's a lovable paedophile, but this one was actually
John. Yeah, no.
I think I've broken Brooke.
Oh yeah, she is very broken.
That's a mix of embarrassment and sexual tension right there.
Like
well, I mean, I do often comment that she takes her bra off before she gets on the screen. And I am every week trying to get her to show a nipple. We're all about the Free the Nip campaign here on Shooting the Shite.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you broadcast on Facebook. You've obviously got the professional.
She's gone.
But that's the thing. Well, after that, we've got our own website as well. We run a live stream on there, and we've got our on-demand service where we upload all the shows to. Nice. So, you know, it's very easy to set up. So you can run it through Odyssey and all that kind of stuff. So you can really push the show there so people can see the video as well. And the added advantage is if you choose to use only your website link, then you can go a little more uncensored. Did someone say lots of cock?
I think you just did.
Fantastic. Oh, Brooke's given up.
Well,
is there a second dildo on the stream now?
Well, you did say lots of cock.
My laptop is being a dunce.
Did you say that Sue from YouTube is a cunt?
Yes, I fully agree.
I said my laptop is being a dunce.
Oh, Sue from YouTube is a cunt.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it works too, but you know.
You know, I have only one interaction with Phil Marshall in the past, and this is a man I think I can get a kick out of. So because of this, I am going to make this an official part of. This is me stalling for time, by the way. Official part of the broadcast from now on.
Fantastic.
We are better than
Make sure you
Markiplier.
stream this on YouTube as well, just so
Oh,
she can
we
see
are
it.
we are live streaming on
Yeah,
YouTube
we are
right
live.
now.
Oh, this won't last long then. This will definitely get pulled down.
Oh yeah, we are getting fucked after this.
This is not staying on YouTube. No way.
We're
But
still up.
you always have the recordings on StreamYard to go back to and upload whenever you need.
Yep.
Always get yourself an external hard drive to save everything on.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've got a terabyte of extra storage for anything.
Yes. Although we're kind of worried about that 750 gigabyte folder titled 5-8YO.
Enough.
Is that S, boys?
Oh shit! Okay.
I still don't know.
Oh, yo.
You had to picture it in your mind, didn't you? And go, oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, as I saw, like,
Yeah.
wait, 5-8, 5 to 8, YO. Like, it's a Jared Fogle folder. Does that help?
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
That took me a while.
Whoa.
Oh.
And I'm the one really high
shit.
right now. And I
that went over my head, came back around, and did another trip.
and almost took off your mustache. I'm just saying.
Oh wow. I'm sorry. No, we're not. No.
Okay, so Dipshit, how does this compare to the previous bar?
Oh, dropped completely. We went lower, and I love it. My goal is for every episode to be worse than the last.
Yeah. Well,
I've-
I want to actively lose viewers.
And that is
Are we-
reason number 5,389 that anything produced by Shooting the Shite is better than Markiplier.
I love the way
And
you
plus,
say
we
it.
love
I love the
Belgium.
way you say his name.
Markiplier's never said he loves Belgium. We love
Yeah.
Belgium.
Yes.
And he wants to charge thirsty ladies to get for money, supposedly for charity, to be semi-nude, and we're gonna do free nipples.
Yeah,
Most
free
nipples.
nipples. We'll give them to you for free. You just gotta ask.
We care about women's rights, so much so
Well, someone has to.
it's very clearly not most of America.
Or me. Come on, they get to vote without fighting in wars. Fuck them.
Oh, that doesn't happen here.
Sorry, that was our fault. We gave them the vote first. Oh, sorry.
What were you? Bloody Australia. You ruined everything we tried to teach you. When we
Call me
sent you.
Australian again. I'll fly up to wherever you are and shove this dildo down your throat.
Oh, sorry. Not Australian. Belgium?
This better be good. I'll take Belgium.
We love our Belgians.
We love
Me
Belgium.
too. So the reason this
My
keeps
third guess would have been Uganda.
Uganda.
The Ugandan giant.
Thamala.
I think I've broken dildo, man.
Oh, it's
Thamala.
his turn to break. We're just going in a line. Everyone's gonna break down.
Or he just frozen. He was frozen.
No,
Are we back?
Or we've just broken the internet, which is a reason number 5,473 we're better than Markiplier.
You broke the internet for all of New Zealand.
And I'm just saying, if we can get Phil to say a few more sexy time style things, like we can take care of that voice that women like about him too. We got a voice, we got the better content. Like, I'm just saying,
We are going to overthrow.
holy shit!
We're gonna
Oh,
overthrow.
hey.
What are we doing now? We're
Who's the
starting
iron-
Revolution Square.
This is
We
me
got the
probably just
Iron
waiting.
Bison.
Oh no. Oh,
Hey Lee,
hello.
how's it going? I'm just horrifying people on the internet. It's my job.
Are you the guy that got a new liver last year?
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah. There you go. So there's a scarring, so you can get the right angle. So it's like all down there. They're going from here all the way to
damn.
there. So yes.
They really sliced you up like a carcass, huh?
Yeah, it was really strange because I only went to the doctors for a headache.
Wait.
I know, Lee. I try.
See, here's the thing, because I remember you from like 2019, and then I didn't hear anything about you again for years until like last year.
Yeah,
So
I
you like
hid away.
completely off the radar for me completely.
Yeah, I that was probably the old Nephilim character, and I just kind of went, "Oh, fucking generic dark character. I'm sick of it. I want to tell dick jokes. Oh, let's turn it into a promo. Fuck it." And I did that, and seemed to work quite well.
Okay, so this may be a potentially sore subject,
No, go ahead.
but this is my brain, mildly autistic brain, also really high, trying to make connection. Are you the same person that had that brief issue with DJB for your actual name being revealed on air?
No. That was
Okay.
yeah. Funnily enough, you were thinking of EFED After Dark.
Mm-hmm.
Would you believe Michael Windsor? Him and DJB thought, oh, let's kind of pull one over the boys, you know. So that was all staged, and I only found out about it last minute and go, why the fuck are you staging this? And they turned it into a habit where sometimes they'll tell guys, well, hashtag fuck man, of course. Yes, Mike Storm, and
And
no.
because of that drama, closes new by accident.
Yeah, I do cause drama. It's just I do it in promos because sometimes people get confused and think I'm seriously making fun of them, as opposed to just using their little foibles in kayfabe.
See, my secret was I always really was making fun of them.
Right, okay.
No, man, it's all character.
Yeah, no
I know.
worries.
I don't think you're a methed out piece of shit. I just thought it would be good character development.
Not Gary Cook.
Don't worry, I had the same thing with Negan Al Ghul.
I've heard that name too, but I have no fucking idea who this is.
Oh, imagine a 3'1" kiddie fiddler.
So, oh my, no, I do not mean it in this regard. So James Park, but inappropriate.
Talking about James Bond as in height wise,
Yes.
not
Yes.
not relating to anything. No,
Right,
no, he's a very small man who acts very big. Never told anyone his real name until it was told to us on After Dark, and we went, "Oh, okay, this will be interesting." It's Justin Allen something, and we got it. And one of the things we found out was
You're
on
the
the
one to talk, Lee. You're in the same time zone as you over there.
no, I don't, Lee. I usually get like at the most 2 to 3 hours a day.
That's what cocaine is for.
Yeah.
Wait,
And so, yeah, he essentially just went off on a tangent, and I made fun of him. And I mean, hell, I can send you guys if you go onto the EFED After Dark page, I did a 20-minute compendium of all of the promo videos on it. So you've got stuff like essentially me taking Negan Al Ghul for a makeover because I really wanted to help his image. You've got him doing his own version of what I do, the shoot. And yes, I think it's better to watch than try and explain because I don't want to ruin the fun. Lenore knows what I'm on about because,
I think I may have seen it in passing.
yes, so I tend to just bother him, and he got really annoyed.
Oh, Lee wants in.
oh boy.
I would be okay with that actually.
Someone
100%.
said Vice in the link.
I got you. I got you covered.
All right.
Blair
Bison's on.
on the double.
I was planning to go to sleep about an hour and 43 minutes ago, but now it's 5:45 in the morning, so I'm going to try and get some sleep then.
I mean, I was planning on playing some Midnight Suns an hour and 40 minutes ago until AB here reminded me it was podcast night. Is it we're still on? Of course, we're not off. Meanwhile, I over here completely forgot all about that shit.
Sitting there playing Leisure Suit Larry. I only play it for the articles.
Well, this was Midnight Suns. Okay, it's a little different. I only play it because I really like looking at that chocolate brown girl on the screen with the big old titties walk around and slice people with her swords.
Yeah, I imagine you're the kind of guy who gets an Atari 2600 emulator to play Eat 'em and Eat 'em.
Oh no, fuck that shit.
Graphics are too high def. You like them to look a little hentai.
I I not really know. I mean,
Not enough tentacles.
Actually, did you know that they have a live action tentacle porn?
Really?
There's a company called Hentide. And I'm not sure how they do it. I don't know if it's puppetry, if it's CGI, or what. But they have an actual like live action style of hentai tentacle porn.
Why do you know this?
Because I came across it on Pornhub while I was still commenting on stuff with the podcast info, and I'm like, huh. Well, this is interesting.
Did you guys hear about the trout video from Australia that made headlines last week?
The what?
The trout video.
Trout?
Hot girls fucked and cream
There was a
pied by
woman and a
alien
guy
monsters.
who used a trout for
Are you
sexual
looking
exploits.
it up, Phil?
Sorry?
Are you looking it up, Phil?
Yes, I would show you my phone, but I imagine that would get you kicked off air.
It might. From everyone.
I
Fuck
work
does that-
in a support position in the medical field, so I've seen it all, so nothing bothers me.
Have you seen a ripped penis? I had to go to hospital with that once.
Not ripped, but I have seen oversized testicles. They were like watermelons.
Hmm.
Yeah. The guy had a massive scrotal growth. I remember one time walking into a room, and I won't say any names. Let's just call the patient Mrs.
Lee
Smith.
Jones.
And so I said, all right, she needs to go for an x-ray. So I go, knock on the door. Hello, Mrs. Smith. I'm just here to... I'll be back in a minute. Close the door. And I went to the nurse and said, well, there's two things you haven't told me. And she went, well, what's that? I said, well, one, she's got dementia. She goes, well, how can you tell that by just looking? And I said, I could tell. And second, I can't take her for an x-ray because she's currently eating. And the nurse said, but we didn't give her any food. And I just looked at her and said, it seems like she's made her own. And now I know where the term shit-eating grin comes from.
The perfect story for a podcast called Shooting the Shite.
You are
Yeah,
perfect.
exactly.
You
Oh,
are,
I've got-
you are the-
Oh, from my past history, I mean, hell, I mean, even the one, I joke about everything. I think that if people are going through stress or awful stuff, it's better to laugh than to cry because it's easier to get over. Like I was with my ex a few years, we had a kid, turned out the kid wasn't mine. And one of the jokes I make is, I remember when he was born and I held him in my arms and I looked at Danielle and I looked at the nurse and I looked down at the little guy and then looked in the mirror and thought, wow, I'm secretly black.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
It's okay. I am Mexican by marriage.
Ah, right. Fantastic. Does that mean you have to apply for a green card or you okay?
Well, I
He's
was
an
born
anchor
here,
baby.
so like, yeah, I'm an anchor baby, daddy,
All right.
maybe.
An anchor daddy.
You rang.
Oh, that's going to be fun to play with in the future.
Says the guy with a dildo attached to his face.
I was just thinking the exact same
In
thing.
his ass, because remember that's where he put it after everyone was still wet, and he put it in his mouth for the tea party.
The saliva has
company
dried off, so it's okay now.
Yeah, nothing people like more than a dry dildo.
That's my
It's
favorite.
it's right up there with a sandpaper condom.
Why use lube? It just makes it loose.
You okay there, Lenore?
Yeah,
She's
fine.
questioning her life decisions. Oh shit! Here we go.
Hello, Lee.
How's everyone doing? You all right?
Yeah.
What are you complaining about Phil not sleeping? You're the one wide awake.
That's not the point, is it? What? Phil's always awake. Like he's always awake.
Yeah, I mean that's true. It's like you always see him around somewhere.
Why do you think I'm never on after dark? I go to bed at like 10, like because I'm old and knackered.
Well,
And
you
they
say
start the
that.
show at like midnight.
It's amazing because you say that, and you're the second oldest guy on this panel, probably.
Yeah, man. But I am
how
a lot
old are you?
older. I feel a lot older than I am, though. Like
How old are you?
I'm 36, but I'm
Okay, I'm
You know,
older. Phil, how old are you?
Spiritually, I'm like 76.
I'm 40.
Like,
I
I'm
am-
fucked.
I will be 38 in April.
Ah,
So Lee
Yeah, I
is
have no
the
energy,
third
man. I
oldest.
nap twice a day and go to bed at like 10.
I don't sleep.
so you're up at, I'm imagining up this early to get to the gym before having to do anything else.
Oh, don't talk stupid. That's far too much work.
Or getting up to look on your phone before anything else.
No, I took Candice to work.
Oh,
She's
okay.
working early, and since I have to take the kids to school at fucking 7:30, I was like, I might as well stay up now. And then I log on and see you guys having a chat. I was like, this guy has a dildo strapped to his head.
Oh, you've missed a hell of a show, my man.
So yeah,
Which, by the way, for those catching this at any point, you can go back and listen tomorrow on Spotify, Google Podcast, Samsung Podcast, all those other podcast places, and whatever Odyssey is that Phil was talking about, because I'm going to have to look into that now too. And you can catch the video on YouTube, and maybe
Maybe
somewhere
get
on
kicked
Twitch.
off.
If it doesn't get booted out.
When the verification is done, you'll have it on OnlyFans and Pornhub. Maybe we'll try Motherless next and next soon. All at Shoot the Shite again. But yeah, you
Like,
continue.
subscribe, comment, and swipe right on Grindr.
Yes, and don't forget the Patreon. Don't forget the Patreon. We're poor.
Yeah.
I mean, can't you see my sheet above covering the window in the background? Come on, we need money.
TJ,
Brooklyn,
I have to
bra.
say, your hair is looking slick, my man.
See,
The only
I told you.
got going for me.
I mean, the stash.
It's a British thing.
It's the fluff on the bottom that gets me.
I just forget about it.
I don't know. For me, it's that rather succulent looking manly ma'am over there underneath the shirt that we're still trying to get TJ to show us.
Show me your nipples.
No, not happening.
Show me your nipples.
Come on.
No,
I bet TJ has great hairy nipples.
you would be wrong. I am like a fucking hairless cat.
Mine are so
Nipples.
fucking hairy.
He does kind of
Show
look like
them.
an
Get
Asian
them
without
out.
a shirt.
I want to see your hairy nipples.
And that is reason number 3,283 we're better than Markiplier.
Show me your hairy nipples.
We have a bison and
You don't even took me for dinner yet. You need to buy me food before you get nipple action.
Show me your hairy nipples.
No.
You pussy.
all right. Well, if no one else is doing it, I guess that leaves you, Brooke.
Strapped to his
Oh,
face.
dildo on my face. You won't show me your hairy nipples? What the fuck?
But that's a lifestyle choice. None of us made you do that.
This is true. I was not made to do this.
Oh,
This
no,
was a personal choice.
he was supposed to be punished this week for failing the show for 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
He decided the punishment himself. I guess rather than get ragged on, he figured he'd make himself the cock of the joke.
Yeah. So it all. I mean, yeah. It's kind of like 50-50.
So he just end-ubbed his way through it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not how you gonna do it.
But then again, he did start like slobbing on it earlier too. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you did it when Phil popped in, so.
and this is the internet, so people are going to be seeing this like hundreds of years from now, wanting to know why
I hope my
this.
son sees this.
Let's get me the address for his school, and I will make sure that they get it there.
Oh my god.
You are not sending anything to my son's school. Fuck off.
I want him to enjoy this in the privacy of his own home.
Uh,
I hope you're still with the mother to your kids, I assume.
which one?
Dildo face.
Sure. Yep. What?
Yeah, well, let me give you some friendly advice.
No.
Don't ever break up, because if you're doing your access to your kids, I guarantee you this shot right now, she's going to use against you.
Oh yeah, it's weaponized.
She'll be like, you're not seeing your kids, and you'll be like, but they're my kids, and she'll just smash, like, the legal system with that and go, does this guy look like he should be responsible for children? You're fucked, son. You're
He's wearing
fucked.
a dildo on the internet. He's not fit to be around children.
He's been
Yeah,
wearing
same as my
on his head
same
for
as
over a
kid I know.
hour.
My
I
ex
just
turned
wanna
around and said,
say-
"You'll never see him again." And I said, "Well, he's not mine. You fucked me on my back. It's not a problem."
Oh, you might get in
My
trouble.
child support.
You might get in trouble for being loud.
Combination of things there. For those interested, you can see more of what will happen with Dipshit and that dildo on our OnlyFans at some point down the road. That might also, though, work against him.
God.
I love the fact that he's just listening to someone with a
What?
dildo to his face. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
I'll
going to
no
have a
sell the
serious
dildo
conversation.
forever. I don't care. It's just a dildo.
It's just a dildo.
It's just a dildo.
It's just a plastic pecker. I can wear it like a man.
I mean, I got a good 50% of it into my mouth earlier, so.
Oh, that's very impressive.
Yeah, taking it like a champ. You even made the gagging sound.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh no.
Man,
You know
this
when
is-
you're a
this-
winner in life when you can go.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is kind of super trippy. Every time Phil starts talking, I'm looking over here thinking I should be hearing Lee, but it's Phil's voice.
We sound nothing alike.
No, you don't. But you
No,
look
he
like
sounds
you
way
should
better. You
sound
sound like
Phil
you come
does.
from fucking Peaky Blinders or some shit. He sounds
Phil,
like he comes from Townsend
every time I get a voice message from Phil, Candice is like, "Is that the audiobook guy?" Because Phil constantly sounds like he's reading an audiobook, doesn't he? She's like, "Why does he sound like that? Can't be his real voice. No
He
one's
does
that
have a
soothing."
marvelous
And I was like,
voice.
"Phil is that soothing."
Yeah, this is natural.
My real voice sounds like this.
Oh no.
Sweet of muscle arms. Mhm.
Oh God.
That'd be terrifying. I'd love to be a primary school teacher with that voice.
You can't
Just
say
to see
that
the
out
look of
loud.
concern on
Oh.
parents' faces. Full suit.
All right, class, we're going to learn about the birds and the bees.
Oh, jeez.
Pervert the pervert. God.
Yes. Oh, it's all right. I can do Stewie too. It's fine.
I know. I see your Stewie impression.
Oh, that was.
What
Family
about
Guy.
the birds that want to be bees, or the bees that identify as neither bird or bee? What about them?
Oh boy.
The whole day
More-
debate.
More
That
important,
education now is that whole story has changed in so many ways. Now it's no longer the birds and the bee.
And wait, what about the unicorns
What about the butterflies?
or the bisons
Or the rabbits? Or the ravens?
or the dildo faces?
Still, every time you're having a serious conversation up there,
I actually wasn't angry. There was no anger. I just looked like an angry person. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Daddy.
the kind of focused concern of a serious conversation. I must have this. This is life and death. I'm sitting here with a plastic phallus on my face, but I must concern myself with this priority.
He even remembered to call you Daddy.
I know. As do others.
Oh, I have competition? No, this isn't okay.
Oh, it's not an issue. I enjoy being called Daddy. I'm a wrong un.
A wrong one.
Wait, a what?
I'm surprised you haven't made that to a shirt yet, Phil. Oh,
Well, I'm a Phil and I'm a wrong un. Get that on a shirt. Well, the amount of shirts we've already got. I mean, the Fuckman shirt alone. Just the most obnoxious yellow you can find. Yeah, Lee's seen it. I can send the link in the private chat if you want to
I think
see.
I'm going to buy the Fuckman shirt at some point. To be honest.
Oh,
It is a fantastic shirt.
of course I bought the Mason shirt.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Dylan Mason.
Stop filling his pockets, man.
So,
I was the first one to buy the shirt.
I don't recall you buying a Bison shirt, Lenore, you traitorous fucking bastard.
You don't have a shirt, Lee.
He has 2.
I have 2 shirts, right?
Oh, I've seen this.
I'll have you know, right?
Yes, I own one.
Wow, what a bad friend.
That's out. That's you going out the fucking Iron Elite chat. You.
I didn't know you had a shirt.
I have 2 shirts. Right,
You're-
but no, you keep buying Mason shirts. But when he loses at the end of the month, right, you can burn it.
I didn't know you had a shirt.
Unbelievable.
I mean, we've got the Steve Rambo shirts. We've got the DJB shirts, which is
My favourite one is a Jack Harvey one, where Ian King is saying he should have merch. That's the best.
oh yes, this shirt. I'll send you this because this one. As soon as I saw it, I sent to DJB and I went, "Do you think this would be funny?" And he went, "Do it."
That's
so that one,
fantastic.
it's official Jack Harvey an official Jack Harvey T-shirt, and if you click on it, all it is just a comment of someone commenting that Jack Harvey should have merch.
God.
That is beautiful.
That's my favourite one. That's amazing.
God. And he used to be one half of Tag Champs and from Madhouse.
Yes, we've also got hoodies as well. So
Hey Phil, when I beat Mason at the end of the month, can you make a new Dylan Mason shirt, calling him #2 so I can buy it?
do you prefer #2 or just simply number 2?
Yeah, number 2, that's better. This is why I love Phil. Such a creative genius. Yeah, number 2, that's better. And then I can wear it all the fucking time.
Which
In
is
fact,
quite handy.
in fact, you can put number 2 and then put I am Bison 4, Dylan Mason 0.
Okay,
Because
look,
that's what it
I'm
would
sorry,
be.
I'm sorry, but look, you are pitching this idea on a podcast called Shooting the Shit, and you want him to call him number 2. I'm gonna have to request some brand marketing here.
No, all right.
Royalties!
Here's
We
what you do,
demand
all right?
royalties!
Like, you know, Dylan's got a bunch of these pictures of
The
him.
people
like, he's got,
of
like, his
Belgium
shirt or his
need
hoodie
it.
on, like, pointing at it and shit.
Yeah,
You
we got a
take
following
those,
there, man.
You erase his logo off of it and then just put number 2 on it, so it's
Yeah.
like pointing at the number 2.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That will work. Yeah.
Well, I've got a picture of one of DJB's big poos, so I can just stick that on and write number 2 across the
Yeah,
top.
there's so many. We can play with it. There's so many great designs we could think of. But when I beat him, he's going to destroy his entire gimmick. I don't know what he does from there. Maybe he kills himself. Maybe it comes full circle. Maybe.
Yes,
Well,
with
what did
the
the GoFundMe
shirt.
Yeah, maybe he kills himself. I
Yes,
don't know what he does after he loses to me at the end of the month. He's
I
fucked.
mean, here's the shirt I'm referring to. You can get it in black or white, and it comes in a hoodie form as well. So
I've seen that one.
I love the fact that people have seen it and they're just like, I know that.
Well, I've seen the shirt advertisements. Like, I see the stuff that comes across Steve at After Dark, but like I don't always sit and like go through a lot. I mean, just glancing stuff. But I've seen some of the shirts come across. I've seen some of the stuff. Like I've listened to a couple of things, not like all the way through. But like, you know, I'll come across while I'm at work and I'll hear something funny, so I'll sit and listen to it for a minute and then go back in. And yeah, I've seen a few of these. The fuck man, it didn't click until as soon as I saw the yellow. Yes, the most god awful yellow.
I'm so proud of it. It also comes in, let's see, as well as god awful yellow, it also comes in very slightly pink and unnecessary blue.
What I want to know is if you have Fuckman there, why do you have that caramel guy there doing the shirts instead of you? Why aren't you modeling them?
Oh god,
Well,
I think
because,
there's a reason,
you know.
wasn't there?
What shirt is that you're wearing, the North? Let me see your shirt. What is that?
Oh, the new Wyatt.
Oh, okay.
I got the.
I got myself the
I bought-
perfect self shirt. Check out that
Oh,
shirt.
okay, I'm
Fine.
not wearing it at the moment, but hold on.
I even
Are you wearing
This is how
pajama pants?
Yes, it's 12. It's midnight my time, man.
No, Josh.
Look at that
I also-
fucking
I
specimen.
also bought this.
Oh,
Oh, does Blake get you to wear that? Is that like a kink thing?
No,
The audience needs to know.
it's the Wyatt mask. I bought this because I want to add it to my collection. I already had the old sheet mask.
Is that how you say howdy to him?
I bet it's hot. Look, what you and Blakey do is your business. I think that's hot. Wearing that whilst using the strap on him. Well played.
Yeah. Exactly.
I missed like
all the
all
way
of
to
that.
Georgia, man.
It's like what Uncle Howdy says to Alexa Bliss every week. You think you're in control?
Uncle Howdy nicked that from Bane.
You think you're in control now? You think the darkness is your ally?
Listen, I actually had a match with someone the other day in Heart and Soul, and they used the darkness, the whole Bane line. You think darkness is your ally, as you're not using the Bane line. It was like they literally used it, and I called them out on it, and it was like, I've never even seen the movie. That's all my original dialogue. It just so happens that it's the same. Like, okay, sure.
Right, you are, Alfie Solomon.
I've
So-
said the same thing.
This is a quick step back on some stuff, but just a mental connection. If I remember correctly, the Bane thing brought it out. I think Lee here might be one of the only people who had almost the same opinion I did about the Batman. Like, it was
The new one?
Yeah,
It was
Like-
shit.
right?
It was fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Listen,
I watched-
I can't watch a Batman movie where I think I could take down Batman. Right? That I'm watching Batman like I would fuck this Batman up so bad. Like I can't be invested if I can destroy Batman. I'm a fat fucking SL t-shirt. If I can fuck Batman up, then you've ruined the illusion for me. And wasn't he a broody cunt? Like fucking hell. Like
I mean, Bruce Wayne isn't, but Batman is.
it was like puberty really hit him fucking hard, didn't it? Like Jesus Christ. Like I was depressed watching that shit. And it's like Bruce Wayne didn't exist. There was no playboy, billionaire character, just this brooding little sparkling cunt cosplaying as Batman. And Dylan Mason was like proper jerking himself over it. Like, oh, it was a masterpiece. So no, Dylan, it was shit. Like your promos are.
Sounds like the CWF report we do on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, I said it. Overrated. Gonna
I
get
watched
squashed.
half of it and I was sitting
Oh,
there.
he said it. He said it. Not the words. Don't say the words.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone liked Batman. I was counting the fucking tiles in the cinema watching that. I was like, "Fuck me, is this film still going? It's still going." Like it was terrible.
I watched it in my living room on my couch.
At least you could turn it off when you wanted. I was stuck in the
Here's
fucking
the thing.
cinema.
You could have left. They don't make you stay.
I was
So
so
I had
annoyed.
kids with me who wanted to fucking, oh, Batman. It's like, fuck's sake. Bat Boy. It's not fucking Batman, is it? Nothing
I
mad
never
about it.
saw it. I don't know. I have no idea.
I wanted to leave my own home. The movie was.
They find him wandering the streets all confused and shit.
The Batman
what's
did it
wrong?
to me.
Batman was so bad.
The police bring him back. He's like a dementia patient is like doesn't know where he is, and it's like we just found him wandering around, like just talking to himself. Whatever was happened, it's traumatized him. It's like it's terrible. It's terrible. Why don't you just turn it off? Oh, that was an option. I couldn't even think.
To bring it all the way full circle, they knew I had dementia because when they found me, I was eating my shit. The reason behind that was I was trying to get the taste of that movie out of my mouth.
It was so
And that was
bad.
the only thing
I don't
could-
even know how people could. Usually, I can see. I understand why someone would like this. I don't get how anyone would like this. I just can't see it. Did anyone like it in this chat? Please explain to me what was good about it.
Seen it yet.
I would say
I
that
haven't
the
seen it.
characters could have been interesting, but the script just completely ruined it
There was one thing I liked about it.
when it ended.
When it ended,
Staring at Zoe, like that was about it.
oh God, man, it was the Riddler was just like a
I
really
really
shit
want to talk
version
about-
of fucking Jigsaw. Like they wanted to do Jigsaw so bad, but they couldn't, and it was fucking bad, man.
See,
So they just had the Riddler was like most defenders. That's what he was like.
Yeah,
Just
he really
like-
was. He really was.
I made the comparison that
But
they
better.
were trying that they tried to give him a Joker vibe without being Joker,
Don't even
and
get started on
forgetting who he
their Joker.
was supposed to be. Like, yeah,
I mean, like, it was that bad. I even think Morbius was better than Batman.
I
That-
agree. Actually, like that was a horrible movie, but it wasn't a horrible movie that I wouldn't consider watching again. If I'm being honest.
Morbius actually, I think it started much better. Do you know the whole boat scene at the beginning? I was watching it and I was like, shit, this is fire, man. And then it just goes.
Well, like, look,
just
You know,
terrible.
they guaranteed I was going to watch the movie at least once because Matt Smith. Like, I love
Yeah.
Matt Smith.
I would much rather watch the Pitch Black match again.
I
We
would
all
watch
know
it.
how you feel about it. We know how you feel about it.
Look, I can give you 4 reasons why I would watch the Pitch Black match again. Okay, 1, it was short. It was over in no time. I don't got to sit there and for like an hour. I don't got time for that unless I'm taking a shit, and then I do have time for that. 2, because it was. 3, because you're wrong.
No.
And
Shit.
4, because I think I really screwed up my topic anyway, and I just wanted 4 things. But to tie in with that, that is actually the 5th reason overall that we are better than Markiplier.
But that match
Also,
really-
Markiplier doesn't have guest appearances by this the dulcet tones of Fuckman, and you know the I don't
Iron
remember all his-
Bison.
I don't remember all of his like monikers at this point.
There's a few.
So there was one that I was even gonna try and plug your YouTube thing, but I couldn't remember what that was called. That feels kind of shitty to point out on there, but yeah, that guy, the not Grant Miller guy. This guy's actually still in England, I
Oh,
think.
Grant Miller, is he still around?
Yeah, he just actually landed in Pittsburgh earlier today.
Yeah, I'm beating him this week in WKP.
Impressive.
Actually,
Well, not really impressive. He's going to come out and talk about being the anxiety and the depression and the animalistic beast and the serpent of the psyche and do all this. Wes Craven's going to turn in his grave and he's going to paint a masterpiece of the canvas and make, he's going to be the Van Gogh of professional wrestling. I can script an entire Grant Miller promo in 2 seconds.
You forgot the Megalodon.
The Megalodon of the Sea of Wrestling, yeah, that one.
But he had the accent before you showed up.
Oh, so that
Yeah,
counts.
that's true. Although we have
I mean-
different accents, we're from different parts of the UK. But yeah,
All right,
I do Grant Miller better than Grant Miller does.
I'm sorry to say, but if you were fighting Ricardo, you'd be absolutely fucked.
I do have a potential new moniker.
That's
for
why
you.
he has Loki as backup.
Oh yeah, you got to bring Loki with you.
Yeah, Loki's better than the Sleaze as well. He is better than the Sleaze. The Sleaze is just a shit fuck man, isn't he?
I think he tries hard. I really
Well, which
like
one
Ricardo.
existed first?
Sleaze.
Then
Sleaze.
Fuckman is just a good sleaze.
Though, if I want to go there in a way, I could also point out that the gender neutral unicorn that used to make out with baseball bats was before the sleaze.
Has
I
anyone
don't know
seen
what-
the
I
Johnny
don't know.
Rockstar
Oh, you
video
don't have a
promo
cool
lately?
accent. See.
Because hashtag Joshua McClain did it first. I thought someone was going to come through with that.
I always
Damn it,
thought
AB.
that if I was ever going to face Johnny Rockstar, if he did a written promo, I thought I'd just stand in front of my green screen with a piece of paper and go, Johnny, I'm going to fight you in the ring, and I am going to beat you in the ring, and I am going to clothesline you in the ring, and I am going to suplex, and just read it with no emotion.
I just don't understand why written promos are even a part of EFED.
I had a
doesn't-
match against Johnny
Insane.
Rockstar once, and I had the episode of South Park from Lake Titicaca on the TV in the background, and I was peeling potatoes the whole time. It was fucking beautiful.
So before he even cuts this promo, he reaches out to me because I'm one of the people at the time in PWA, and is like, is this going to get me in trouble? Is this going to be a problem? This is what I'm going to do. And sure enough, he did.
He reached out to me once, wanted to tag. So it was like, hey Bison, I have a proposition for you.
Rockstar.
Yeah,
It was like,
so
let's
you can
fucking
take
tag
an
Bison.
SW.
We'll take over the EFED
Hey,
world. It was
Rockstar.
like, okay.
Bro,
Yeah, I was
that's what
commenting
people
on that.
Like, he's just by default someone I go out of my way to avoid like the plague.
That's not very nice, TJ.
I'm sorry.
Do you have a problem with the retarded people of the world? How dare you
No,
avoid him
I have
purely
a pro-
because he's
no,
retarded?
No, I have a problem.
That
with
is wrong, and you should apologize right now to the people of Belgium.
Why the fuck do they give a fuck?
Yeah, why do the Belgian people care?
Because
we
they're
love
retarded
Belgium.
enough to download our podcast and listen to it there.
Oi, Muzan, stop being a fucking cunt. All right? Dickhead.
That's the most British thing I've heard this morning. It's wonderful.
Oh.
Stop being a fucking cunt.
Oh.
Beautiful. But yeah, I was commentating on an SWA show, and I've been doing some consultancy with SWA with their storylines. They just randomly decided to announce me and DJB as management over there. I had no idea, and I just gone, sure, fuck it, why not? And as soon as they said that, Johnny Rockstar put a message in the StreamYard chat just saying, hey, Phil, I know we've had our issues, so can we let, what was it, bygones be bygones? But he forgot the E. And I just went, no, can someone just full screen me? And they did. And I just went, Johnny, no. And then carried on with the rest of the show.
So far, I'm glad we have not bugged Rockstar in Madhouse. He hasn't been
Sorry,
fucked
it was late.
No.
In my defense, I'm really high right now.
He was one of my first matches in EFED, you know.
Really?
Johnny fucking Rockstar.
Ugh.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad at my first one.
When I didn't even really know what EFED was, and I was like, my first match was Mason, which I won. And the second one was Johnny Rockstar, and I was like, what is this shit? Like, what the fuck am I doing with my
It's
life?
actually
Like,
a perfect representation of EFED as a whole, because the whole fucking place is retarded.
it's very retarded.
Yeah.
The whole hobby, it's a cesspit of shit. It really is. Which sucks because it can be a lot of fun, and
It can.
like there's.
Well,
a lot
I've
of
said
fun
I've said
laughs
this
to be had,
before
but
to
it's a
people. Like,
shithole.
you would think a community of people that all like professional wrestling and role play. It's a very geeky, nerdy hobby, right? You would think that people would be nice to each other, but they're all a bunch of cunts.
Here's the thing.
I'm the only one being nice. I'm always the nicest one.
I don't think people that play Dungeons and Dragons are this toxic to each other, are they?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Oh, really?
I'm in a number of D&D Facebook groups.
Literally anything. You get a
Like,
bunch
they
of people
are.
who all like the exact same thing, and then you put them all together thinking, oh, they all like this. So
Yeah, they don't. They all become enemies.
And they tear
And
each
here's-
other apart.
And because here's the thing. They're all so passionate about this thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with any fandom. Like, look at the
It's
Star
not-
Wars fandom. Look
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
it's true,
Batman
it's true,
fandom. Like,
And the better you are, the more hated you are.
Yeah.
So I'm very hated, obviously, due to how
shit.
fucking awesome I am.
Wait, I know you're just the very early stage of your career. Say
what
these
you're
things
telling
mine,
me-
dude.
the reason
people who-
nobody's watching this podcast is because we're so good they hate us.
And
The only people who hate me are really
we're better.
elite marks because I'm.
Oh yeah, they're not fans of you. I don't think, Phil.
The only reason this podcast exists is
not
because of
fans.
EFED.
I don't think. Oh, do tell me more about elite marks because I want to know specifically why they dislike me because it just makes me so happy.
Wait, first, who's Elite Marks?
Elite Marks is an EFED company. Outside of that, I don't know because I think they may have watched a couple of episodes of EFED.
Phil put on the what was it? What was the tournament you did? It was
the World Mug.
The World Mug. He put a really I don't know who this guy was. Was it the guy with the mum? It wasn't the guy who had his mum in it, was it?
Grim Cadillac, I think it might have been, yeah. And
Yeah,
then
I
I
know.
just kind of went Elite Marks, and
Yeah.
because I thought he was Elite Marks.
So they put that he was from Elite Marks, and they quickly jumped to their own defense. I was like, "Excuse me, this mug is not part of Elite Marks."
Yeah,
What the
and
fuck is wrong with you?
I just put a question mark on there and went, okay, Grim Cadillac, Elite Marks?
No one was claiming Grim, and then his mum won the entire thing. So maybe they should have done.
Yeah, his mom warned him without even competing. His
Yeah.
mom all he did was laughing.
His
Yeah.
mom was legendary, man. She was his biggest fucking fan. Like, she was just showing support for him in the background every time he turned on the camera. What a star she was.
Exactly. We were proud to call her the World Mug 2022 winner.
You need to send like a trophy and get his address. She deserves it.
We've been trying to, but he just doesn't seem to like it. Maybe Grant's actually had a match with him recently in for the EFED After Dark pay-per-view that we held, Balls Deep, and had a match. So maybe if he gets his address, he can go,
Yeah,
you know,
his mom needs to have that. That she's earned that. She outshined everyone, and she's not even a fucking e-fedder.
yeah, she
So-
was never on camera.
She was never on camera. I mean, that's some star
You should
quality.
understand how mentions the fish tank.
There was never a fish tank. His mother was running his bath for him. That's the excuse. Sticking to it.
I am incredibly confused, but also incredibly amused. What's a mug cup?
Oh, the World Mug. Well, the World Cup was to find the best e-fedder. So we decided on eFed After Dark that we were going to find the worst. So the World Mug was essentially whoever had the worst promo went through to the next round. So we found 32 of the worst e-fedders we could find.
It was hilarious, man. There was some shit in there.
Yeah, we didn't even ask permission for their videos. We just went, found them, and just stole their videos, played them, and then voted on
I
who was
almost
worst.
passed out on stream for one
Who
promo.
won?
It was so boring. I almost passed out on stream.
You're welcome.
Who won?
So,
Was I in there?
who won?
No.
The final went down to Grim Cadillac versus Ricky Goldman, and the
I
eventual
know
winner
neither
was.
of them.
They're both awful.
Wait. The Ricky Goldman,
The Ricky Goldman,
the head
yes.
chief at the tribal table.
Oh, head of the kids' table, Ricky
Yes.
Goldman. Yes, indeed. So as that match progressed, we looked at it and looked at both the promos and just went, fuck it, Grim Cadillac's mum, they're all shit. So out of 32 people who competed, number 33 won. So I think the thing I'm most
Christian
proud of
Hogan did.
is the fact that we managed to waste an entire season of eFed After Dark on a tournament that never mattered in the first place.
Perfect.
So,
Well, don't
so
downplay her victory that way. You know,
So-
it
his
was a
mom
massive
told him
achievement.
Yeah, definitely. Huge achievement. I mean, it's the biggest tournament in eFed. I mean, if you are any good at eFed, you probably can't get in.
People, man, it must have really wounded people being on that. Fucking hell. Every time you made it through, what an ego destroyer that is.
Oh, so many people were angry. Oh, the amount of DMs we got. We just sat there and just we laughed our asses off.
You could compile the DMs, and that would be so entertaining just to put out there so people could see it.
Oh god, what we might do is I've already got a few names for the 2023 World Mug, and what I might do is I might release a full compendium book that you'll be able to buy on Amazon as a hard copy or a Kindle, so you
I
can
would
live
like to
the
be a judge.
heroes.
I'd like to be a judge on the next one.
Oh,
As the number one, rated judge in EFED, I would like to judge the World Mug.
that
Of
would
course.
seem counterintuitive. If it's going for the worst, you don't.
No, it
want
would be great. It would be great. It would be a masterful way to increase your skill in judging, having to judge the worst, I think.
yeah, and
I know
on top
I'm
of that,
trying my
I-
best to be ought to be judging that stuff. Jesus, I think I was lose a brain cell last time I judged it.
I know some very good eFed judges, and they really like to go into details of what they liked and what they didn't like in a promo. So for me to kind of, if Lee thinks, I've got to get to bed by 10, can't do eFed After Dark every week, we'll go, fair enough, just send us what you say. And I imagine that Lee is going to send in big letters for at least 4 of them, just the words shit sandwich. So,
No, I'm definitely judging that.
well, just because you want to be able to point and laugh and be an absolute
Yeah,
bastard.
it'd be nice just to be able to just tear people down. I mean, I'm a cunt, but
Man,
and
I am-
when you're given a platform to be a cunt and it's validated, you have to take what you can get these days.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. We've sold T-shirts because we're cunts.
Yeah, I feel like I probably would have come on there a lot more if it would have been on a day I was able to actually.
Yeah.
It's just you guys.
Everyone does stuff whenever I'm not around.
The entirety of like season 2 of EFED After Dark was essentially the World Mug, so you would get to see shit promo after shit promo after shit promo, and it was magical.
I mean, look, if you ever, the good thing is for all the mid carders, right, it would make you feel like an absolute superstar, because if you're just someone that isn't at the top, or you feel, or you've just took a loss and your confidence is hit, kind of like Beast did when Beast kept on getting squashed by like top tier talent in comp, he could watch World Mug and be like, actually, I'm fucking great,
Yes.
I'm really glad that none of my promos were on there, because I know I'm not that good as a promo artist.
I'm upset that apparently I wasn't on it.
Blair, you're a good promo artist.
That's probably why you weren't on it.
Yeah.
You've got to remember, we weren't looking for bad. As I described it to the other
I
gentlemen.
know what you're looking for.
It wasn't looking
I'm
for
well
bad.
fucking.
Blair, you're
No,
good.
said,
Shut
we don't
up.
want bad. We want complete horse shit.
In fairness, though, it must have been hard to just find them, because where the fuck did you find these people? Like,
Oh, that's easy. Think of all the EFEDs you know, then ask around and see if they know any EFEDs you don't know.
fucking hell.
Or just go to wherever the Martinez brothers are working and look at their rosters.
Who are the Martinez brothers?
Oh, you are in for a treat, my friend. The Martinez brothers run PWTV, a very original named company called ECW, Lucha Pride, which is for some reason Mexican wrestling celebrating the LGBT. Why not Strong Style Pride? I'm sure they can really enjoy it. And EWN. But not the EWN run by Grant Miller. It's a small company. And all their rosters have about 5 or 6 guys playing about 5 or 6 different characters. So they have an entire roster of 6 playing 36.
Wow.
They have
So
too many
6
belts.
people just playing with themselves over and over again.
Yes, sometimes you get to see promos of one person facing themselves. It's magical.
I always love it when people do that.
Yeah, it's just fantastic to watch.
I try to ask Blair to do that with Mr. Moon over there. I always see if Blair could do.
I genuinely wanted to do a Blair versus Moon match for like
so,
a year. No one.
You should, man.
No, but no one will book it.
Nobody
shot.
Well, open your own league and then book it yourself.
Nobody books Tyrion.
Yeah,
Except
it's
for
like when I got.
Except for Freedom.
Yeah, but well,
I'm lucky I'm so busy now, because out of sheer boredom, I built a Facebook group for HIVW.
Oh.
that sounds wonderful.
High Impact Velocity Wrestling. Oh, sorry, wrestling. And I decided that I was just going to grab a bunch of trash bag.
God, for someone from the South, that's like the
I just
dumbest
grab a
thing we
bunch
ever
of trash
called
bag
for wrestling.
wrestlers and then do what the WWE did and change their names slightly. So we had Tommy Popstar. Yes. We had Ukrainian Scotty.
Okay.
We had AAA, who's essentially Alicia Ann from CWF, because she's always a hoot. Yeah, and if you go and look at the pictures, it's just a clear piss take. And I love nothing more than a good car crash when it comes to promos. Anything that could go wrong. One of the people in the World Mug is very well known, Rick Rage. And,
I love Rick Rage.
Yeah, one of his promos that I saw that had me in stitches, and I just kind of went, "This is perfect." Unfortunately, it came out too late for the World Mug, because the World Mug was finished at the time, and he was kind of shooting a promo, and his opponent gave live on air with him in this Facebook Live. And as Rick Rage is going into his rage, you just see the camera just kind of goes, just and he's, hold on there, I just got to pick my phone up. Oh, it was amazing. It just made me so happy for that to happen. I'm still waiting for someone to try and do a Facebook Live to a green screen and then they knock over their green screen. That would just be amazing.
I'm a big fan of live promos. I think they're great.
Oh god,
Dude,
they're
so I
just such a
saw
camera
it's funny. I'm gonna get I'm because I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna do it yet, but you know, the even though like the actual like pro fed is dead, they still like do the little gimmick battle royal things every now
Oh
and then.
yeah, I'm gonna do a gimmick infringement thing.
I'm thinking about doing one, but one of the things that Sherry said they were gonna do was a poor promo.
What?
Like, I guess I interpret it as look as broke and unfinancially supported as humanly possible.
Oh, so just be myself then.
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to channel the inner energy of Gary Kirk and go live and walk around outside.
What the fuck ever happened to Gary? He just vanished one day.
I have no idea.
He has to be in prison, doesn't he? Or in a gutter somewhere with a needle in his fucking arm. Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
Well, this is what we're debating. It's what we're trying to find out. Is he alive?
Yeah, I mentioned this. I remember a few days ago. I talked to Blair about this. Like we haven't heard from him in a long time of arson. And it's
Do you remember
like,
when he did the fucking Jack Arson versus the World? That was so great. Did you see that, Phil? Did you ever see that?
Be a part of it.
Did you hear about it?
No, but I
Oh,
want
but
to.
let me tell you. Right. So Jack Arson, being Jack Arson, thinking is the best thing ever. He set up this tournament called Jack Arson versus the World, right? So he sends out all these invites to people, Dylan Mason, Rob Roman, anyone who is anyone, he's inviting them to get their asses beat by the great Jack Arson. And now, naturally, you can't lose in this tournament because it's going to make you look like a fucking idiot, right? So the first few were meant to be the jobbers to sort of warm him up for the bigger matches, right? So his first match in this big tournament is Jack Arson versus Joseph Garcia. And he even handpicks his own panel. I'm on the panel. In fairness to him, he picked a very good panel. There was me in there. There was Ethan Carnage in there. Tyler Throne. There was a bunch of really good judges. Anyway, he gets squashed by Garcia. And the entire panel votes for Garcia. And Garcia just posts fucking meme after meme, just completely trolling. And then his second match is Dylan Mays, not Mason. Fucking Mays, right? And he gets swept by Mays. So now he's 0-2 in Jack Arson, but the World is smashing it to bits, right? Yeah. And then match 3 is Rob Roman, where you can only
oh god, yeah,
test how that one went down, right? So he had 3 matches, each one he got swept. Never got a single vote from anyone, and we was smashing him in the judges panel, trolling him so hard. And he just closed the tournament down after 3 matches, and we never saw him again.
Yeah.
It was great.
He disappeared after that.
It was great. That was what a humiliation, though, to have the audacity to be like, I'm going to take on the entire world and send even fights out to everyone, and then get squashed by the supposed warm-up matches. To get squashed by Garcia, for fuck's sake, to lose to Mays. How do you lose to Mays?
I remember he had me like way later in the lineup.
Yeah, because I spoke to him a lot, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to just get a few wins to build up anticipation for the bigger matches. But then when you lose the debut match in your own tournament, you're fucked."
Yeah, like at that point, it's over. And
he could sell it. He could sell it at first. Like, no one can say my panel is biased because I've just lost
every time.
Mate, it was embarrassing, man. His promos were terrible.
Like, part of me thinks, because like you mentioned the names of everyone who was brought on for the judging panel, and I hear those names, and I'm like, there's no way did they actually take this seriously, or did they go in there thinking we're gonna fuck with this guy?
No, he did. I was like, all right, but because I said to him, I said, look, I'll judge it, man, but look, I'm gonna fucking judge it.
Like I figured you were probably take, but like I hear like Carnage and Throne, and I'm like,
the biggest issue for the panel was, do we really have to watch this shit? Like, do we really have to take time out of our day to watch this shit? And the conversations in the panel were fucking hilarious, man, because we'd have to bring Jack in to the panel after we discussed it, and I'm like, yeah, Jack, you lost. And because he's so egotistical, he could never see why he lost. And he's like, this is
Yeah,
bullshit. And I'm like, sorry, man, you got wrecked. Like, it was, I miss those days. I liked Jack. I remember when he told me he could beat me so one-sidedly. And I was like, Jack, please
And then-
stop.
Every time he said he could just destroy somebody, that person would destroy.
Yeah, he'd always lose. I don't know how one can have an ego in the face of so many losses. It's remarkable. Really.
Meth.
Yeah, I suppose.
Lots
and lots of myth.
Anyone
know,
seen him
I-
around
I-
recently?
A lot of
I
wins
think
coming.
I
from
beat
help.
Arson in a triple threat match between me and Zelzabar. Triple threat in new.
TJ, did you ever see it when Gary faced Dylan
Bro.
Mason
Bro.
and turned into an angel halfway through the
Okay,
match?
okay,
Did you
history
see
lesson.
that?
History lesson. Jack Arson attached himself to me for 3 fucking years straight. I know almost everything there is to know.
Oh, you're his student. That's right. You're his
That's the first time
student.
I ever heard
Never
of you.
say that
Yeah.
again.
You're-
Never say that again.
That's
Never
right.
ever say that
You're his student.
Never.
I remember.
I
He was
never
like,
want
my
to hear that
student
again.
TJ, and I was like, this is before I knew who he was, and he was like, yeah, I told him everything he knew. My
No, he did not.
apprentice.
He did
He
not.
was your Sidious, bro.
No, he was.
Bro.
He liked to think he was. He liked to think he was. Really, what he called lessons were actually just getting me on a fucking call for 6 hours to bitch about this person.
Oh man, he used to call me fucking all the time, and you
Yes.
can't get him off the call. It's
You can't
like,
get him off the call. Here's the thing. You can't have conversation with him because he dominates the conversation all the fucking time.
he is the embodiment of dominance, TJ.
He will not shut up. He would never shut up.
I would hate that. I was like,
Yes,
I
but
was
Phil,
like,
did you see that when he turned into an angel? It was the best thing I've ever seen in EFED. It
Bro,
was the
I remember-
greatest thing I've ever seen
Yeah,
in my life.
I remember.
How amazing were the effects?
Bro, no, listen, he was Jack Arson the monster, right? And he figured this was his tactic in the comp match. I'll find the clip and send it to you. You're going to die. It was like, okay, Mason's going to destroy me as this monster character, so I'm going to turn into a fucking angel. That's going to do it. So he's promoing with a green screen, and he's like, so Gary comes on, and he's got the monster really badly edited, and he's like, you're not the one to beat Dylan Mason. So the monster walks off. Then Fuck Your Feelings comes around the corner, and he's like, you're not the one to beat Dylan Evo, and he walks off. And then he like clicks his fingers, and this like religious music plays. It's fucking epic. And then Gary's all dramatic, like in like a white robe, and he's like doing like prayer things and stuff. And then it comes off, and Gary comes on screen singing, like fucking singing like a gospel song, and he's an angel. And he has a cross in the background, and he's like, it's the greatest thing I've ever fucking seen in my entire. I fucking died when I saw that. I almost gave him the win just because of that.
That's just absolutely ridiculous, and I love it, and I want to see it.
Oh, I'll find it.
on Pornhub.
I'm telling you, it is the best thing. But he thought genuinely, it was the best thing for the shit reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because of how stupid it was. But in his mind, he done it.
He was so confident that he was going
I
to
wanna-
dominate Dylan. Like
I just want to put it on Pornhub and title it "My Christian Minecraft Server."
He said he had a book on Dylan, like a 300-page book on Dylan, like on how to beat Dylan.
He said, he was literally. I'm not shitting you. He was writing out ways to beat Dylan. That is real.
wait, what? You really made it?
Yes.
Yeah, he has an actually. He's like that. He told me he had a book on me. He's like, I'm gonna fuck you up when we face each other. And I was like, okay, Gary.
He had a book on me too.
I want to buy this library. I would buy it.
I want to see it.
I'd pay good money to get this, to be able to read
Blair,
this.
I'm
Imagine how great it would
curious
be.
now. Blair,
Book
I'm
of
curious
Awesome?
what he has on you. I'm curious what he wrote about
Well, it
you.
didn't fucking work, did it? Because I swept him. Like, so it didn't work.
Number
Again,
one,
Blair,
Iron Bison is a small lucha libre. So talk about how you're stronger than him.
Don't know how easy Gary is to beat. You just have to let him go first, and he writes all your material for you because he just digs himself a hole, and you're like, okay, this is going to be easy. And then you just slaughter him with rebuttals, and then he changes into an angel or a unicorn or whatever. When he's getting beat, he turns. He changes his gimmick.
Yeah.
It's
he completely
great.
Just like flips everything over on its head.
Mason had to face every fucking gimmick he had, like because it was a body of work match, so every hype was judged. So there was like 4 judged hypes and a match promo. So they had like 5 promos between, so 10 promos altogether, and every promo Jack did was a different gimmick. It was fucking glorious.
Oh God, this guy sounds magical, and I want him in my life.
You gotta give him at least a little bit of credit for that. And to have so many different characters all at once.
I love it. I was a big
sure
fan
I
of Jack,
come
man.
up
I
with
liked
different
Jack. I did.
characters
I
on it
tagged
as
with him. Me and Jack was a tag. It was great.
Yeah.
Speaking with Twin about
remember
tag
that.
team tactics was the most fun I've ever had.
I remember that time frame. Then you team with Hack for a little bit.
We was the Iron Inferno. It
Oh
was
yeah, I
fucking
remember
fun.
that.
Yeah. We was the Iron Inferno.
That was a good
Yeah.
good name.
I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Before.
Iron
To
Inferno.
be in fairness, though, we called out the entire tag division of EFED, and no one wanted it. Like, no one took it. Like, we went out in EFED and challenged any tag team to face us in comp, and no one wanted to take it up. That it was like when do you remember when Dylan Mason and Grant Miller created their special tag team, and there was like they called out the entire world, and then me and Rob Roman made a tag team and answered their challenge, and then they never answered that. What I'm saying here is, if I'm in a tag team, no one answers, no one wants a part of it. That's what I'm getting at, right?
To be fair, the first time might have been more of a Gary thing than a you thing.
If I could
To be
keep
fair,
up-
Gary, look, what I will say about it, because I don't just want to, when he has his moments where he can
does.
be pretty good, like he
that's
does.
That's the thing.
He can be. I'm not going to say he can't. He can.
Yeah, when he's sober.
Yeah, when he's on, he's on. But when he's off, he is fucking way off.
He's just off like 90% of the time. But if you catch him in that 10%, like when I faced him, there was one promo he dropped which actually was pretty damn good, and I was like, "Fuck! If he could do this consistently, this could be hard."
I think two
But
times I faced him where out of every time I faced him, there were 2 times where he was really on and we ripped the fucking house down. But then pretty much every other time after those 2 times was just standing.
Yeah, he is talented, and he does have wordplay, and he does know how to deliver. His delivery is solid. He can sell a character. He can, and he's pretty creative. He's just a fucking idiot. That's the problem. What can you do?
drugs.
But he is. You know, it's a shame because he is pretty good, like what he wants to be.
Yeah.
He's just a cunt of a human being.
Yeah.
So, funny story though, you brought up the Iron Inferno thing. That was what gave me my first impression of Iron Bison, the first time seeing her or paying attention to the name. And because it was associated with Gary, and Gary was the one running his mouth about everything, I never took you seriously.
Well, that's fine. I don't take myself that seriously either.
I think that was the same thing with me, wasn't it? Because I was
because I had seen you first. I had watched your video first. He's like, "Oh yeah, this guy." I'm like, "Oh," let's see it. But okay.
I always scared what people thought about me when I first saw my stuff. Like I don't think I got nothing attachment to me when I first started.
The one of the first times people saw me, I was in a Santa suit, and I was ripping off Roddy Piper lines in the middle of a promo because I was just because.
My first interaction with you was during the amusement park.
Oh, I love the amusement park. That was a lot of fun.
That is what gave me a different viewpoint on Lee here. I'm pretty sure I remember reaching out to you afterwards too. Like, hey, I had this whole other thought of you, and I watched your promo, and you're actually fantastic. Holy shit! Yeah,
I remember that actually. Yeah, and I was, oh, that's nice to hear. That was a promo and a half though. That final I dropped. I was proud of that.
I don't remember the exact wording, but the one visual image you gave during it, I actually still very vividly remember. The part about maybe it was dying on the shield or something with the shield. The shield, like that's the part that stuck out the most to me. Like still now anyway. But yeah, that was impressive.
Yeah, even Zaki like jumped in my DM and was like, "Okay, I've lost that." So that was quite fun to see. He was like, "Yeah, so just seen your promo. I might as well just leave the page now because I'm not winning this."
The saddest thing for me overall was seeing your stuff during there and not getting to see the Daniel Saint to go against it because I thought that would have been fantastic.
Yeah, Daniel couldn't really. He turned up, but he didn't. It wasn't the Daniel that can be
Mhm.
Daniel. It was just he called it in. So it was really a one-on-one between me and Zaki at that point. But I wasn't losing that, man. There was no way because I had a bit of a point to prove because I was undefeated in OEW, and everyone who knew they couldn't beat me was like, he's protected. That's why he's undefeated. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Music Box. I'm going to win it. That will shut every cunt up. And then I smashed my way through to the final. And I was like, fuck, I have Daniel Saint and Zaki? For fuck's sake. Well, that's a bit of an uphill battle, isn't it? Jesus Christ. If those two bring it, this is going to be hard. So I thought, I needed an apocalyptic promo to drop, which is just going to make no doubt. But that was hard to perform, man. That was 8 minutes. Do you know how many times I got to 7 minutes and then fucked up and had to do the entire thing again?
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Bruv, so many times I got right to the end. I was like, fuck. Like...
That's one of my biggest struggles with promos is that I can never come up with a good way to end the promo.
It happens all the time. I'm like, how do I fucking end this?
Yeah.
And that's why, look, my worst parts are the beginning and the end. I always start abruptly. It just, the camera turns on, I'm going. And then the end, I just sort of end it.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, and see you in the ring. Oof, and it ends.
Yeah. And every time I do one of those, and it's like always... half the time, it's always like on take 5 or 6 afterwards, and I'm like, fuck it. That was a shitty ending, but it's the best I fucking got.
Do you know what I've started doing? Planning the ending. Because usually I just plan the content in my head. I think, okay, this is a story I'll tell. But I never plan the ending. So now I just think of the ending line first and then just get there. Because there's no worse than on camera. Because you can tell if someone's trying to land a plane. You can tell when someone's like, okay, how the fuck do I tie this up? And it's worse when there's a time limit. Say there's 4 minutes and you're at 3:50 and like, oh fuck, how do I end this shit?
Yeah, that was my biggest problem whenever
I still have that problem now.
I kept it simple for the shoot. I just kind of thought, right, before the intro hits for the shoot, because it's only like a 5-second intro, I just kind of walk in and just kind of say something relevant to it, but kind of a teaser. And then it goes into shoot, get on with the promo. And I always end it with just, this has been the shoot. Have a great day. And it's just so unwrestling and it just catches people off because I spent the entire time just taking the piss out of them. It isn't so much a promo as it is just taking the piss. But it seems to get a good reaction. Because I like to do things differently. Although, you know, I could never be as different as strapping a dildo to my face. I think that's level shit.
I rewatched that promo you helped me do, Phil. That one from Master of Illusions where you shot yourself in the head. I watched that again yesterday. That was brilliant, man. Like that as a whole promo, that is just the whole thing's just ridiculous. That should be winning. If there's a promo of the year, that gets it. And it's not even just down to me. Like Phil is like my guy now. I go to Phil and I'm like, hey Phil, I have this match. What do you reckon? And then Phil just comes to me with genius ideas. Like I was facing a guy, I don't know if you've seen him, Master of Illusions. You guys might not know who he is. He's in Elite Marks. He's basically a wizard, right? He's a wizard, right? So, and it's good. I like facing wizards. I think it's fun. So his whole shtick is that he's the Master of Illusions. So I thought, okay, I'll tell a story about what I'll do is I'll do illusions as well, but I'll do a better illusion than him, and then I have him beat in that department. So I told a story about how I was part of a military unit that weaponized illusions at war. And then what happened was I transformed at the end into different people. So I transformed into Jack, and I was like, you know, so Jack is me, but I look like Jack. So you get the idea, you get the concept, right? And eventually I transform into Phil, and because Phil's bulletproof, it was like Phil's saying, this is all illusion, none of this is real. And it's like, if you want to see a real illusion, and he gets his gun and says, let's see if I'm really bulletproof. And he puts his fingers to his head and blows his brains out on camera. You hear the gunshot, the blood splats on the wall, he falls down, and then he resurrects himself and is like, oh, I am bulletproof.
Yeah,
who knew?
Just kind of... Who knew?
It was fucking great.
Yeah, ended it with the card, and I think the card was the Ace of Spades because it's a representation of death. If you know your Metallica history and that kind of stuff with Cliff Burton, I went, Found your
One of-
card.
I want to see this. I need to
And
see
because all he does is he comes on and he glows and he uses voice changes and he glows a lot. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna, it was actually Phil's idea. He was like, why don't you transform into other people? And I was like, yes, let's
I
do
know
that.
you
Phil was
mentioned it in the
responsible for like
Iron
60% of the
Elite
problem, to be honest.
You mentioned in our lead chat, I was almost in my bit, but I was like, how are you going to transfer to me? And I was like, okay. I
I
tried.
should have transformed into you. That could have been interesting, couldn't it? It could have been like Blakey. Hey, big
Hello,
boy.
Blake. Yeah. Mind you, it was like the one we did with the one I did with DJB because he was in a match in SWA against some guy called Marv, and they promoted
Marv.
and they promoted against each other, and eventually Marv just went, "Screw it, I'm going to drop a diss track on him."
You mean
And,
Home Alone, Marv?
yes. Just
Oh,
a guy called Marv.
DJB
That diss
rap.
track was fire, though.
I didn't know
diss track was great.
DJB could rap.
Yeah, his one with and then
The only EFED
DJB sat there.
diss tracks. The only EFED diss tracks I will pay any mind to come from TJ Vegas.
And then DJB said, "Well, what?" He's thinking, what should I promo? I said, "Well, let's just write a diss track." He was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, let me find a beat. I'll write the lyrics. I'll send you a voice clip of me doing the affliction of how it should be said and pronounced, and you do it." And it ended up leaving us with a video where we were just taking the piss, where he had this gigantic Nerf gun. He had flour all over his face. Like
It was so great.
It
was great.
And we essentially just completely took the piss. And it was strange because you had people saying, "Oh, that was fire." And it was like, I thought it was good. I got a rhyming dictionary and just said, I watched an entire episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in preparation for this, and just doing everything I could to just be not as rap at all, as just no rap whatsoever. But people seemed to enjoy it. It was just
Marv was funny to troll, man. He jumped in my DMs when I made that video. And that video where I was like trolling him for stumbling over his own words.
Oh God, yeah, that was really funny. Just come on, Marv, we believe in you. You can do it. It's like listening to a motivational speaker.
Yeah, because he was really trying. He was like, so he did a video about DJB, and he's like, "Look, DJB, when you get in the
and you did your thing too. You added you trying to hype yourself up.
So I downloaded his video and I was like going through it. I was like, come on. When he stutters, I come in and I'm like, come on, Marv, just go focus, concentrate. You can do this. I believe in you. Then I had like sound effects of fans cheering, like in WWE. And when he finally gets the line out, it explodes into an applause. And I was like, and Marv lands it. Well done, Marv. And it was like in my DMs, like, was that really necessary? Like, you're going to take piss out of someone who has a stutter? I was like, that wasn't a stutter. That was just you being dumb. It wasn't a stutter. You just don't know how to speak. Don't act like you have disability. And if you do, then stop promoing, idiot. You can't do a promo. You can't sell yourself as a winner of the fight when you're like, it's like, no. Fucking Marv.
I just love the fact that the character of the Iron Bison is very serious, very focused, and all this. And then Lee just goes, "Fuck it, I'm going to point and laugh at a man." I think that's what caught me off, because it was just Lee completely changing. There was no sign of Bison there. It was just Lee going, "I'm going to fuck with you."
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Yes, me and Dan bring out the worst in people.
I
Sorry,
deal
Lee.
with worse when I've been deal with worse situations in my work.
I mean, that video you made on Dak Snow, he never recovered from that.
Oh God! Wait, who is Dax Snow?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Who is it? He's never spoke to me since. He's just, I've not even seen him since that
Did
match.
you actually Did you actually put up like the thing where like you put out like you got?
Yeah, of course I did. I had like 12 minutes of people saying, "Who is Dak Snow?"
Which take of mine did you use?
I can't
'Cause I
remember.
sent you
I'll
2
send it to you. I'll send it. I had to drop it in like 4 parts because I had so many people. I mean, how destroying is that for your ego? I had literally, I had about 100 people going, "Who the fuck is Dak Snow?" It was.
If you remember, I sent you like 2 different versions of mine. One was like I actually gave an answer, and then the other one was actually the first because I when you said you were going to ask me the question in that voice clip, I paused. And
Oh
then
yeah.
I listened to the question while recording and just started laughing immediately.
I had some absolutely brilliant ones. Dylan's was funny as fuck. Crimson Wolves was gold. Rob Romans was funny. I had so many people doing it.
Zelzy was funny as well.
Zelzabot was funny as well. Honestly, I think altogether I probably had about 50 plus e-fedders from all over the place saying who was Dex now. It was great. And then Phil did like one of those videos that he does. Do the Canadians from South Park? Like he did one all on that. It was fucking funny.
I'm gonna get my soybean latte with the
It
hex.
was great. It was great because what happened was Dak's idea for the match was okay, because in Elite Marks they allow shit talking, and so it's like if you break kayfabe, you don't lose points. Like in some places, like if you break kayfabe, you sort of lose points in the judging. Well, you don't there, so you can just go in and shoot, and it's fine. So his idea was, well, Bison tells stories and always does pure promos talking about the match, so I'm going to shit talk with him because that must be where he's weak. I'm British. We're not weak at shit talking. It's what we do, right? So I was like, okay, if you want to shoot, we can shoot if you want to shoot. So I did a hype response, which was a dedicated shoot, and he completely backpedaled and made another promo going, whoa, Bison, we got off on the wrong foot. No, let's do it your way. And then he activates kayfabe mode and he stood there like talking like a wrestler. And I was saying to Phil, I'm not doing that. Like, my match plan was gonna be relentless. I'm gonna shoot on it. So I was like, I told Phil to do me one of those Canadian videos where just basically calling him out for his U-turn, and it was fun. I'll send it to you, TJ. Oh, everyone wants to see it. It was so fucking fun. I had so many people in my DMs going, what the fuck was that? That was great. That was so funny. Apart from Dak, he didn't find it so funny.
I was honoring him.
Can't imagine.
I was making him an official Canadian.
Yeah, it was great. He should be honoured.
Exactly. You know what? I put in minutes of work into that animation.
That's a lot of effort.
Exactly.
I mean, it's definitely more effort than we put into the show tonight.
Right? We didn't really have a plan. We did not have a plan.
No.
Oh, God, no. Why would you come in with a plan?
to a
Just let it flow.
podcast? You see what I do all the time on my podcast. You see me play anything what I do play?
Oh yeah, I've been on a couple.
Right. Well, I think I've got to head off to bed or something. I mean, it's now 4 minutes to 7 in the morning. I was planning on going to bed 3 hours ago, and that's failed miserably.
Oh yeah.
Thursday morning.
So
I
you're
blame
a
the
full
guy with a
12 hours
dildo on
behind
his
me.
head.
So yes, it is good to be on the show. And you can catch me on Saturday night, 11 p.m. GMT, on eFed After Dark, where we'll be pointing, laughing at promos, and I may just get my ass out. No guarantees. So Lee, always a pleasure. Lenore, always a pleasure. Gentlemen, thank you for having me on the show. I'm off to go to bed and have a wank. Not necessarily in that order.
Please think of me and my facial appendages.
Let me just screenshot that. Can someone please screen it for me?
Oh, we lost me.
Hold on. I got you.
There we go. And there we go. And that is actually, I wonder if I can click this button. Yes, I can. That's Ace. There we go. I've got that saved now, and so I'll have that on my desktop.
No, please send it to me. I'll make it my profile picture on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. So I'll save that.
So, quick question: What is 11 p.m. GMT in normal people time?
In Broken American, I think it's probably about 5 in the afternoon, or 6 in the afternoon, depending on where in
Something like that.
It's 5 o'clock my time.
Oh yeah, I'll be at work.
Stick it on the background. I promise we won't say cunt 72 times for no apparent reason.
I don't know how a Walmart, for instance, would feel about me handing people like sliced salami with your tone in the background.
His
Oh,
tone
just-
is amazing. It might
You
just
might-
be the
you might-
content that's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to my Christian Minecraft server. How the devil are you, madam?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm already giving people salami. They might think that like it's a sexual thing.
Good.
Just your voice. I mean, your voice alone.
Are you enjoying the salami?
God, that's good.
See,
Do
see,
you, yeah. I've got to ask, what size are you buying? Small, medium, or large?
a pound of very thin sliced salami.
All right.
I actually had a woman today ask me for a pound of salami shaved, and
girl.
I just started laughing. Her son started laughing when I started laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she not get the joke, or did she get the joke?
Oh, she got the joke afterwards. And I mean, this was about probably 5 minutes before noticing she had a lot of what kids these days might call junk in that trunk.
Ah, right.
Do the kids still say that?
We don't know. We don't talk to kids.
Somebody get a hold of that one guy whose name I don't remember because I don't pay attention.
One guy. So we got Negan Al Ghul, we got Jay Yost, Jace Nervos. Who else is there? Well, maybe Dylan Belcher.
Belcher, yeah.
Dylan Belcher. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's still alive. Surprisingly,
Wow. I
he's.
thought cancer was supposed to kill him 4 years
I
ago.
think he's in remission, just like Hot Rod Allen.
Oh. Except
that's a
Ellen
lot-
is actually
those-
in fucking remission. Yeah.
Maybe.
Really?
I'm not saying nothing.
Okay.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun things. So let me just go find.
Oh,
Don't forget hentai when you have that wank before bed or after
Oh,
bed.
of course. Yes. So shooting the shite. I shall go on to you now, and I think that maybe allowing everyone to enjoy this wonderful image that I'm about to enjoy, it should be shared. So,
is it me? I'm making it my podcast, my face and profile. I will absolutely.
Are you anything on sharing the Facebook page too?
How do I? Let's see if I can. Do you recommend? Yes. What do you recommend about it?
It's the shit. Oh, what's he doing?
What do I like about it?
The dildo, obviously.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to think of a clever way to write dildo. There we go. Massage paraphernalia was exceptional. Trouser frictiony. So yes, now you have something that says the massage paraphernalia was exceptional, trouser frictiony, and now I'm going to send a lovely picture. And we can. Well, I think we can all enjoy this as a group. So there you go, full screen as well.
Where we at?
Funnily enough, I'm talking to my co-host as well. Here we go. And I'm telling him I'm going to bed, just because it's important for him to know. He sends me pictures of his turds, and I tell him when I'm going to bed.
That's a.
Oh man, people
That
still
is-
do that.
that's
I used
love.
to do that on Snapchat all the time.
Yeah, it's great fun, you know. He dropped a massive log. He just sent me a message saying, I've just had a shit, and it was massive. And I just went, picture? He went, you want a picture? I went, yes. He said, what for? I said, science. So he sent me a picture.
So, Randy Marsh.
Yes, exactly. I want to know how many Kerricks it is. I've got to tell you, boys, it was a proper bono.
Oh, good
Oh
time.
yeah, it was magical. It was strange because it was like a brown crowbar. It was bent at the end. Gordon Freeman would be proud.
Who is Gordon
Dan's
Freeman?
shit equals Half-Life 4 confirmed. Right, I'm heading off
Sue
now.
from YouTube is a cunt. We love you. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah,
Bye,
and
Phil.
I think I like you.
All part of the disappointing service. I'm going to bed now because I clearly have issues. Everyone have a great day, and yes,
Okay,
my
fuck off
bit's
now.
over now. Yes, my bit's over now. It's done. Go away.
Shoot.
He's still there though.
Boot him. Kick him
We
out.
can't, we can't see him because he's being very still now.
He's gone. He's gone. And now the Brits are gone, we can talk shit about them.
Notice Lee just like randomly fucked off out of nowhere.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
oh, no,
drunk.
God, I'm good.
I'm trying to find that picture.
Yeah, I see something about a processing review, but I'm not seeing anything more on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
No earthly idea.
shit. Well,
I think
Dipshit,
that's a wrap.
we did catch up with you. We are now into Thursday here
Yeah.
in the land of the free.
Oh.
The
Yeah, because it's 1 in the morning my time now.
It's 2 our time.
Yeah.
It's 8 p.m.
Well, this has been quite the fucking show so far, has it not?
Yeah. I don't think we can top anything that's happened at this point.
No, this has been
A
great.
new low.
And that is reason number 532 that we are better than Markiplier.
You know what? That should be that. We should definitely have the why we're better than Markiplier list in the eventual Shooting the Shite merch shop.
I still want to make the Sisker size me shirt.
Oh yeah, we still need the Sisker size.
I got the idea for an exploding hot dog.
Markiplier has the pink mustache. We should just have a brown mustache.
but we might get canceled because that might be classified as Rusty Hitler.
You know,
Okay,
if you
then-
do like the small stash of Hitler, it'd be different. Like a full-blown mustache would be different.
Well, yeah, but see, Brooke, the Rusty Hitler is when you stick your finger in your butt and then you wipe it off on someone's face, right above their lip, giving them a brown mustache, thus a Rusty Hitler. And because the podcast is Shooting the Shite, it would end up being a Rusty Hitler. And we saw what happened to that Nash guy wrestler with his wife, ex-wife, for, you know.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, we're not famous enough to be canceled yet, but it doesn't mean we might not be down the road.
Oh yeah, like in about 10 years, we're fucked.
In about probably 10 minutes, I think Dipshit's gonna be fucked. He's had that dildo on the side of his face for a while.
You know what? I gotta say, I gotta give you fucking prop. For 2.5 hours, you've had that fucking dildo strapped to your face.
Well,
I'll no sell this
until
all episode. I
minus
don't
like
care.
minus that like few seconds where you shoved it down your throat. But
We're gonna go through and screenshot it with me with this dildo halfway down my throat. I need that screenshot.
yeah.
I should have full screened you for that.
Oh yeah. Well, we didn't see it coming.
Yeah, you
did.
you can't choose when I do something. I just do it. Even I don't know what's gonna happen.
That is an entertaining way to live life. Never knowing.
The dirty Sanchez.
Well, I think we've succeeded in doing our typical weekly fuck off that we're making people watch and or listen to down the road, because I will guilt trip everybody I know into listening to this.
Yeah.
They shouldn't, and I apologize. If anyone makes it to this point of the podcast and you're still listening, I am fucking sorry from the bottom of my soul.
If you guys want to take a moment to apologize to my wife, because she will eventually listen to this on.
Hi, Jen. Sorry, Jen.
Yeah.
I deeply apologize that this isn't going to be longer. Whenever
Coincidentally,
this ends.
coincidentally, many men have apologized for that in the past.
Well, then add one more to the list.
That's not going to
I'm
be
sure
longer.
I've probably done it a few times before too.
So yeah, this was fun. Folks, remember, watch us, listen to us, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And all the places. I've listed them so many times tonight. Including anywhere naughty. You can find us eventually, probably. Even if you can't talk about us there. I think that's I think I'm
That's
sufficient.
alright.
Yeah, I'm sufficiently done. I think I heard somebody clapping.
We love the people of Belgium. We hate Suit from YouTube.
Yeah,
And you're an idiot if you listen this far.
Yeah, but that's also why we're better than Markiplier.
Yes.
Gotta remember that part.
Mhm.
So that's the shit. It's been shot, and we're gonna be like E-Fetters right now, and we're not gonna stick this landing. We're circling, and I'm just done circling. So it's just
You need to just Sopranos it. Just kill it halfway through.
crash.
Yeah,
I'm in the middle of crashing it right now. It's just